Revelation 11:4 and 5. Water.
That's right.
Salakia. Just to bring back out the scripture, the precept Micaiah brought out, Sirach 20:18. To slip upon a pavement is better than to slip
with the tongue.
So the fall of the wicked shall come speedily. If y'all been looking at all the extra stuff, behind the scenes stuff that they putting out on social media, they even show where the mayor slipped up and called the people in the situation actors. He called them actors. He said, we're not able to give out the information about the people who are in this situation and the actors.
Stop hanging up. Stay on the call. We want to talk to you.
They don't get it.
If you ask questions in the chat, we're not dealing.
Lucky.
Go ahead, Solomon.
Hey, I just got booted off the call a little while ago, so that might be going on tonight. Esau getting angry, dragging us rough with fury.
Yeah. All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom everybody. If you just came on the video, or we've already been talking with the people, that's why we tell you to call into the class. We deal with the people on the call. That's who we talking to. On the YouTube, the digital, y'all, we get with y'all when we finish with our lesson, but we mainly deal with the people on the call in the class. All right. The rules are this: very simple. Mute your phone when you call in. If you got background noise, mute your phone. If you're doing something in the kitchen, mute your phone. Okay?
Salaki, I know Sister Didi is probably online right now. If you could, go ahead and drop the number for the call, Baba Kashaw.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you guys mentioned this or not, but just a couple of camps talking today. They showed a couple of clips on the news where the police were saying that they didn't want to disclose the name of the victims, and they slipped up and said actors. I don't know if you guys heard that or if you mentioned it yet.
Yeah, the brother had just brought that out.
Okay, so I guess that was a hoax.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't think it was a hoax. I think it wasn't what they're presenting it to be. Okay. Garfield Avenue is 4 blocks, almost a mile where the graveyard is at. It's almost a mile away, at least 3/4 a mile from Bayview and Martin Luther King, that intersection. So for the altercation to start there, it has nothing to do with Amalek at all. That's just where everything ended up. Esau just sees it as an opportunity to push his agenda, and he's a slick devil, and he took advantage and made a storyline. One thing that's irresponsible in the media is implicating people or places or organizations when you do not have all the information. That's irresponsible journalism. So for them to as the shooting is just finished, for them to immediately have some tip. Oh, he was with Hebrew Israel. He's a black Hebrew Israelite.
Very redundant.
How? What? Who did you talk to or interview in that span of time to come up with that information? Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard something about they found some writings in the van. Something about some scriptures. That's what I heard.
So now anytime a so-called Negro, black man, got scriptures on paper written somewhere, he's a black Hebrew Israelite.
It didn't have scriptures. It said that
Scoot over.
It said that he wrote that I'm doing this because my God hates. What he hates, I hate. That's what they said they found that he wrote in the van. But why would he write that in the van? Why would he just leave that sitting in a van?
Ain't that convenient?
They play too much, bro.
But remember, listen to what I'm telling you. The first cop that got shot was on Garfield by the graveyard. I'm telling you this. That's a mile or 3/4 of a mile away from where Amalek is at. So it did not begin in the juice bar that Amalek owned right there, which is not a Jewish community. It's all Jake, Ephraim, and Simeon over there. Period.
Right.
Ain't no Jewish community in Jersey City yet. They're trying to build it. So what I see is this has become an opportunity for the mayor of New York, whose pockets are lined by the Jewish the Revelation 2 and 9 community. They lining his pocket. These people got money for them to forward an agenda that they have in place. Okay? Go ahead.
IUIC put out a letter earlier this week. I think it was yesterday. They put out a letter just stating that they don't teach or condone any types of violence, any types of anything that goes against not only the scripture, but also the state law. And I think that was a wise and crafty thing to do because Esau going to be looking for anybody. Like, if you just driving in your car, you get pulled over for your taillights being out and you got fringes on, they're going to try to tighten you up.
Now, this is what I wanted to talk about tonight. How do we, as practicing Hebrew Israelites, go forward now that we see with our own two eyes they playing games like this? Last year, you was nobody. You was some crazy nigga. No, you was Power Rangers last year. Last year, you were Power Rangers. You were silly niggas.
Hey, that's funny.
On the corner.
I was just watching a video of the Ottawa Zabak, and it had the Power Rangers next to him, and it's like, no comparison. Cut that.
I like that video.
Cut that.
I like that video. Hey,
There was no comparison.
last year, you were just crazy yelling guys that nobody cares about. You're stupid, and no one believes you. Fast forward 365 days, now you a threat. And you're anti-Semitic. And you're a violent fringe group.
That's crazy.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I was thinking about that quote that saying go Hoover, that devil had made way back when he said the biggest threat to America is black unity. So now these devils, because they see that we unifying, they see that we starting to get our minds right, and we coming out of the fall. They don't want that. They don't want us to unify.
Now, let's just be practical. People have a short memory. This is hot today. This is live today. 2 weeks from now, niggas don't remember what happened.
That's fact. That's just how it be.
That's why Esau didn't even let the bodies drop before the news is publishing Black Hebrew Israelites had something to do with it. That's the most irresponsible journalism I've ever seen in my life. Look how quickly the reporter went up to see Yohanan. Look how quickly he got there. They ringing Ash Yasharalah's phone. We need to talk. What do you need to talk to him for? He minding his business with his family. What you need to talk to him for? Just that quickly, y'all have been implicated and villainized in the eyes of the people. I'll take you on Instagram right now to Jersey City's Instagram. And it's our own people putting us down. And Esau is like, mission accomplished. Good. We got him. We got good. They didn't die for nothing. Because we got to get these niggas out the way. There is no Hebrew Israelite teaching going on in Greenville, Jersey City. When I say the Greenville section, I'm talking about Garfield Avenue, where the shooting began, or up to Bayview, and a little bit beyond, up down to Journal Square. Ain't no Israelites teaching, because it's hell. Because niggas are crazy and will shoot you. And the cops is not coming. But when that shootout happened, you had Staten Island police, Newark police, transit police, Jersey City police, and New York City police all came to the scene. There was a serial killer in Jersey City. I always bring this out. My homeboy got killed on his engagement night with his woman. After 3 people had already been murdered. A serial killer was killing people. It was a brother going to work. His woman kissed him. Young brother, too. You know, he was getting up 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work. Young brother. He kissed his girlfriend, and when he got to the bottom of his steps, they got shot in the back with a shotgun, close range, and the dude just walked off. There was no manhunt. There was no transit police. There was no Staten Island police. There was no Newark police. Niggas was just like, damn, niggas die every day, B. But Amalek gets shot.
They there before he gets shot.
Oh, that should let you know they are Confederate. They are Confederate. They don't give a damn about you, and they have their own plans for Jersey City. Hoboken the same way. The Jews came in, bought all of Hoboken. Now you can't afford to live there. You know? They're going to do the same thing with my area where I grew up. They're going to buy the whole thing. It's over with. Israelites speaking only made CNN when they was cursing out them racist kids. Because we meet people where they at. We not choir boys. You curse me out, I'm going to have some choice words for you. But I'm never going to cross the boundary of my camp line. And I definitely don't want to touch you, Dusty Devils. I don't want to touch you. That's the last thing we want to do. Because our camps are peaceful. We have women and children with us. According to the news, we go outside and yell at people and berate them and start confrontations. Where did they learn that? When have you ever seen Nat Geo, Discovery Channel, IFC, Vice TV did Thou Shalt Hate Thy Neighbor, which was already twisted towards a false narrative that we are the same as the Klan. Brothers on Vice TV going to the gun range, they feeding them devils, them Jew devils, everything that they want to see. But nobody's being practical. Practical, if you come to Sons of Thunder Camp, you're going to see women and children sitting in order by rank with food and fruit. You're going to hear laughter of children. You're going to have the men on the side teaching, surrounding the women and the children. And all we're doing is reading the Bible verbatim. When we're finished, we pack our stuff up. We do not leave any garbage behind, and we go. Why they don't cover that? Why is there no video footage on CNN of an Israelite camp?
That's right.
And brothers teach in front of the CNN center.
Right there.
They teach right there. The brothers of Shakari was telling me, people come out of CNN and dap them up. Like, yo, what's up, y'all? What's the word today? Because we cool. We regular people, man. Mm-hmm. We believe the word of the Bible. We didn't do what the Klan did. When they would have burned a cross in your yard to let you know that they hate you. We didn't do what the Klan did. When they had members in courts of law and police faculties, and they used their hatred and the power that they had with their position to destroy people's lives, to torture, maim, and murder them, to separate children from their families and make them go missing. Young girls being burned alive, women. People being destroyed beyond recognition so that they cannot be buried properly. Those were your police officers. Those were your judges. Those are your police officers. Those are your judges. But the media cannot fix their finger to write fringe group Ku Klux Klan with members in the Congress and the government with ties to Donald Trump drive a car 70 miles an hour down the street running people over in Virginia.
Hey, I'll mute your phone. Mute your phone.
He got kicked off for that one. He'll call back in if he's sincere. The Water brother Yaradani.
The water.
Very much. Thank you. They can't seem to fix their finger to write that. But a shootout happens. Nobody knows what's going on. Immediately, as soon as the shootout ends, Black Hebrew Israelites. How did they? How? Who went in this van, saw the information, took it back to someone who is an expert on this, had them look at it, bring it to another person, they cross-reference it, they present the evidence to the precinct. We believe this person was a member of this organization. We got CC camera of him out there with them. He has a record of doing these things. They don't have that.
They would have showed the fringes and everything. They would have showed everything if it was legit.
If anything, he was dressed like Amalek when you watch the video. Let's get the video. You're going to get the video.
I didn't even know they had the video.
We got the video. The video.
That's a crazy thing. They don't have no proof at all.
They just talk.
Exactly. False claim.
But we allow it. We allow it. Nothing that we have built has been destroyed unless someone with us helped destroy it.
Exactly.
They need us to help destroy it. All right? Let me show y'all something, man. Hey, mute your phones.
Hey, mute your phone. We're hearing the YouTube in the background. Mute your phone.
Okay, so now I can't make this no larger. It won't let me. Oh, yes, it will. Now, look, I'm going to pause this. Yo, right here, behind this truck, is a man that grills on a giant steel barrel barbecue every single day. It's affordable food. The kids get off the bus right here and go over there and eat. Right there. Right where this mouse is pointing. All right? This is a cross street right here. Okay? Kids eat there every day. Here's the liquor store. All right? And here's a little specialty shop. We have an artistic studio on this block. Right? They are calling this a Jewish community. What I'm telling you, y'all, this is the hood. From all the way as far as you can see and beyond where you can see, this is the hood. This is Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Jersey City, and we call it Jackson Avenue. All right? That's where we at. This is the hood. Across the street, hold on. Across the street over here, I grew up. You go down, this right here is Sacred Heart. It's a place where we play pickup basketball every day. They got open gym every day. All right, Snyder Lincoln. I went to Marist. You come out of school. You want to do something. You want to get a pickup game. You got to be nice. No bums. No bums. I can't go because I wasn't nice in basketball. But I would go watch. It'd be the girls being there. It was right here. Okay, this is a vacant lot. This is the side of a building. You go down this street, my cousin's house would be like right here, and go a little further, my cousin's house is here. And all we did was listen to Jersey club music and chill on the front steps. Ride our bikes, work on cars in front of the house. Because my cousin that stayed the furthest, he's a mechanic. And you would bring him your car, he'll install your radio.
Get you right.
He'll fix your brake, he'll get you right and get you on your way. Right here, this is Bayview. They are calling this a Jewish community. Let me show you something. Let's play this video. They go to White Van. This is after the shooting on Garfield Avenue, which is 4 blocks this way. There he go. He got his weapon drawn. He busting on the spot. They go to accomplish. Look at Jake. Hold on. Pause. Where is Amalek at?
Not one.
Jake. Look at Nana. She gonna be the last one. Look, Jake. Hey, Jake seen that. They did. Jake. There's Amalek. Running out the store, leaving everybody behind. Look at him run.
I heard he left his wife too.
Look at him. He looked like Amalek. You could spot him. He looked like a penguin compared to everybody else outside.
He out of there.
He out of there. You know the difference between them people and our people. They own that store. He gone. He gone. Look at Nana. Watch Nana. She's scooting on down the block.
Nana trying to get up out of there.
Nana trying to get up out of there. And then you got Wild Jake that just don't care. As long as they don't shoot me. How did Bayview turn into a Jewish community, y'all? How? Based on what? It makes no sense. Okay? How did y'all see how that shooting went down? A dude in all black and a woman in all black ran into a spot with guns drawn. How did the Hebrew Israelites get tied up in that? Was there a camp going on and then one of the brothers jumped off the line, pulled out the ratchet, and started blasting? How did they implicate brothers who read the Bible all day? This is going to be a problem for you. This is going to be difficult to deal with if you do not have the skill, Israel. The purpose of this call is for y'all to be educated on how to conduct. We're not using this as an opportunity to separate from all the other camps. We're not affiliated with no other. We're not doing that. We putting our brick in to help our people.
Right.
It's not an opportunity, oh, we sons of thunder. We don't do that. No. No Israelite I know does that. And I know a lot of brothers in different states because we travel. None of them do that. Not we don't do that. Not the sons of thunder. We don't affiliate with anyone. No Hebrew Israelite anywhere I ever seen in my life conduct like that. These are family men, football coaches, doctors, lawyers. Some of them are police officers. Some of them are in your military, Esau. And they are in total order. The water, brother Derek. The water, brother Derek. The water, brother Daniel. Shalom, brother Daniel. We don't know nobody that conduct like that, man. Get out of here. This is madness. Designed to stunt a movement that they fear. You think you're not feared? Raising your family not to be a part of America's program is something to be feared. You're teaching your children that they're special. Your children are not affected by the music and the videos like we was, because you're raising them in the truth. And the Most High Spirit is in your house. You have a strong advantage. Well, what does that lead to? That leads to us building our own nation. Because they know that's what the scriptures say do. So any opportunity they get to defame us, they take it. Vocab Malone right now, okay, is somewhere sitting with a detective giving them all the information he has on the Hebrew Israelites. We just had camp. See, they hung up. You heard it? They hung up. They listening. We just had camp at the CNN Center, and Esau pulled up, and he's naming us. Is that you back there? Is that y'all all? Is that you? How you know who I am? Because they watch you. They go home and they pull their hair out. Why won't they worship white Jesus anymore? Why aren't they taking my drugs anymore? Why are their young daughters not whores anymore? Like we designed them to be.
Why the young brothers not shooting each other?
That's right. Why they don't hate each other? They ain't selling the drugs on the corner.
Why they not believing in the doctrine we gave them? What are they doing? Why are people following them? Why is it more and more of them? That's what's happening. And that's why they're mad. That's why Donald Trump is signing into law that Judaism is a national. We've been teaching this for a long time. When we ask people, what's your nationality? Muslim. We be like, stop. A religion is not a nationality. That's something we teach people. And Esau is like, I'm about to reverse that. And why is it all about Judaism in this Christian country? Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. America is a Christian country. Oh, they don't like that. Mm-hmm. They don't like that.
They love their country.
America is a Christian country, but they spend all their money protecting Jews. Why? Jews don't believe in Yahushua. Correct. Jews don't believe in Jesus. The Talmud says that Jesus Christ is drowning in a sea of feces and semen. That is in their Babylonian Talmud. That the Messiah is boiling in a soup of semen. That's faggot Esau. Semen and feces.
Straight faggotry.
Your sweet Jesus, that's how they feel about him. But you'll do anything to promote and protect these people. Why? Because you're hypocrites. And you're most hateful forsakers of God. Okay? So Israel, I'm going to give you a news flash. There is no teacher in Israel that is good enough to make Esau realize that we are right and he is wrong, and they're going to change all their ways. Yeah, right. There is no teacher in Israel that's that good, because they're not going to do it. They pretend like they don't know you're telling the truth, but they know you're telling the truth. They've been knowing this before you knew it. Now they are wroth with the woman. We're going to go into that. Revelation 12:9.
Bring it out.
Let's get some scripture.
It's the book of Revelation.
Hold on. The water brother Ramon.
The water brother. Much love.
It don't work. It's not going to work, Esau. The water reap project. The water.
Much love.
All right? Come have a feast with us. Come feast with us. We're going to turn it right back around and give it to y'all for y'all comfort. Come feast with us. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 9.
What it say?
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
This is the answer for people that say, prove to me that the Bible says the white man is the devil. Look, it's later. It's old. Listen, it's getting real late in the game for Coon. It's getting real late in the game for Cooning. They gave you the movie Glory. We saw Cooning. They gave you the movie Rosewood. We've seen Cooning. They gave you the movie Farewell, Uncle Tom. We've seen Cooning. They gave you the movie 12 Years a Slave. We've seen Cooning.
Django.
They gave you the movie Django. We've seen the most brilliant, but talented brother Samuel. The most brilliant display of cooning. That nigga was a coon only when the white man was around. And he knew what he was doing. When the white man wasn't around, he was a regular J. But when the white man came around, that cooning.
Master.
Is that a nigga on a horse?
Yeah, he could.
He couldn't stand that shit. Oh my God. Samuel stupid. I need to talk to him. Stop doing that. Don't do that no more. We seen cooning. What's the last movie? Birth of a Nation. They showed you in the movie, niggas was about to take the whole South back. The hell with these devils. Y'all done raped, robbed, and murdered us and killed us horrifically. Made us your slaves. We about to get up from under you. Ain't no internet. Ain't nobody gonna know. We taking all these plantations back. This is gonna be our land. We're gonna build up our own army, and we're gonna get all the slaves. We're gonna free them. We're gonna go from plantation to plantation, freeing all of you. And who stopped that movement? Us. Esau ain't know what was going on. He was scared to death. He was scared to death. And the results of that was the leader got skinned alive, and they turned him into oil for lamps and grease for chariot wheels. And this is not Rome. This was America where they did that. And it was only made possible because our own people sold us out every time. So who do you think is helping demonize us today? Do you really think it's just Esau? And he figured out what Hebrew Israelites teach and how we get down. And Lashawan, but they love saying that. And don't you guys try to speak the Lashawan Kodash. It's not a real language. It's not real. How they learn that? Because we have coons among us. Last week, a brother called in with all hostility and anger and all disrespect on a peaceful conversation that us Israelites were having and tried to antagonize me into an argument on the internet. Then he made a video about us the next day.
I'm on a two-hour video?
Slandering brothers. I didn't watch it. I seen the link, but I refuse to click stupidity. I wouldn't learn anything from it. But it was us versus us. Israelite camps right now are using this as a branding moment. No. We're different than all them other Israelites. Even though the Bible teaches against that. The Bible teaches against that. And there's no logical way to justify it because here it is. Cornelius was being rejected by Peter, and the Most High had to send a vision to stop him from doing that. To show him that, hey, that's an Israelite. Cornelius is an Israelite, but he's from outside Jerusalem. He's from outside of Judah. He's from outside of your group. But don't call him unclean. He's a just man. He gave alms always and had a good reputation. But Israelite camps are shunning other brothers, and it's only us. I seen a post today that said, we're not affiliated with no. You know what? I went on that post. I said, I'm going to see that. I went on a post and I said, brother, we friends on Facebook, but since you're not affiliated with me, I'm going to unfriend you so that we can have peace. It's no hard feelings. Shalom. The man ain't have nothing to say. Why do we have to do that? Because we carry in the beefs of our elders. That's number one. We carry in the beefs of our elders. And the nations are confederate against us, but we refuse to become confederate together. These are the two problems. Number two problem. Thawada, B Hobby. Thawada, enter trick. Antarctic 773. Thank you. Thawada Dre. Hey, that's enough. That's enough. Now come feast with us, Dre. Right. It ain't about how much. Thawada, brother Kazak, Yasharala. Thawada. Look, man. You have Satan against you. So then how can we be against us? Christ even taught you. A kingdom divided cannot stand. When Esau go against Esau, they fail. Well, what do you think is going to happen with us if we can't figure out that we brothers, man? Somebody said Salakia.
I had a precept to bring out.
Read. Call it and read it.
It's the book of Zephaniah. It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
A good classic
gather
scripture.
Together. Yeah, gather together a nation not desired. So instead of brothers saying, I'm not confederate with this brother or this camp or X, Y, and Z, this is a moment in time where the Most High is shaking the leaves and calling us together. It's not for us to be spread apart. It's for us to come together as one nation.
Right. The brother understand what's going on. He has a concept of what's happening out here. We have the opportunity in America to show a completely different face of the so-called Black, Native American, Hispanic for the first time in televised history. What would be more powerful? What would be more powerful than for all the camps to stand together in their ranks, sending their elders to the front to speak in unity with all the other elders of each camp? That would be the greatest moment in Hebrew Israelite history.
They don't see that vision. They ain't got that vision. It's only about them.
I don't deal with them brothers, so if they there, I'm not even coming to camp. Well, we have a unity camp and you inviting them brothers? Oh, I'm not coming. We still dealing like that.
How shall really told us the greatest two commandments? We want to abide by that though. We got every other thing figured out. But that.
We're going to argue about is the earth flat? We're going to argue about where the sun, moon, and stars is at. We're going to argue about the length of your fringes. We're going to argue whether a woman got to wear a dress or not. We're going to argue whether you get a shape up or not. We're going to argue the age you can have sex. We're going to argue everything. We're going to argue, can you cook on the Sabbath? We're going to argue, can you light an incense on the Sabbath? We're going to argue, when does the Sabbath begin? We're going to argue, when does the day begin?
No, we can't do that, but we cannot Zephaniah 2 and 1, but we cannot do that.
All these other things, we ready to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new Facebook elder every day.
Facts.
The brother Hassad was saying earlier, nigga, just because you teach on Facebook, you ain't doing the work. You got to go outside, man. You got to deal with the people. Just because you wrote a Facebook post and they blocked you off of Facebook, you did some Facebook jail. You ain't do the work.
It's real demons out there.
Niggas be put in Facebook jail, they bring out the scripture and Revelation.
They will throw us in prison. What are you talking about? Look, man. Y'all all came together for Obama, and all he did was make it so that sodomites could teach your children the ABCs in their school. And the most black people I've ever seen die on camera was while he was president. Somebody ain't like that. But all you Negroes came together, and I was with you, and marched on D.C. in unison, and I was walking. I got video on my computer to this day of the march on D.C. when he was getting inaugurated, and we walked 18 D.C. blocks in the freezing cold, and we still couldn't get on that lawn. We still couldn't see him. I got the video on my computer. I'll show y'all. But we found a way to come together for that. Jesse Jackson crying, but you telling me we can't come together under the scriptures and just be family? We might have different doctrine. I don't see Baptists beefing with Pentecostals. They don't go over there like, yo, y'all teaching wrong. I don't see Seventh-day Adventists seeing a Catholic on the train and beefing with them.
We only us.
Only us.
So we got the 100% truth.
Because we are experts at destroying ourselves. Give me Hosea 13:10. We are experts. Stay where you at. We are experts. You got Ephesians 2. We are experts at destroying ourselves, man. The water fishing Israelite. The water, brother. Hosea 13:10. What it say?
Hosea chapter 13.
Read verse 9.
Hosea chapter 13, verse 9. O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
Who did it?
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
No, Esau destroyed us.
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
Who did it?
O Israel, thou hast destroyed thyself.
And you continue. You continue to do it because y'all cannot see the big picture. Because jealousy, envy, hatred, strife, and none of the fruits of the Spirit and pride has stopped us from being the most powerful uprising and getting us off this level. I personally believe that One West split was a setback, and then when all the children of One West come back together and put their differences aside, I personally, and I could be wrong, see how I can admit that? I could be wrong, but I personally believe that when we all unify under Yahweh Shai, the Most High, the sky gonna crack. The Most High gonna take us off here. That's all he's waiting for. Because he cannot have an army with dissension in the ranks. And what happened? Ezekiel 25:14 has to come to play, where we have to get the vengeance of the Lord. Not now. We're not going to run in your juice spot with a rifle out, because that's stupid, because I got camp tomorrow and I can't go if I'm dead. There's no glory in that. The Most High told us not to do that. But y'all don't understand what we teach and believe. But but when y'all debating with us, y'all understand everything we teach and believe. But when this happens, where's the white person that's an expert on Hebrew Israelites, right? Since he's an expert and always got to say something, where's the white person that's like, no. The Hebrew Israelites actually do not believe in inflicting the violence themselves. What they believe is that the Most High is going to return, and then that's when it will take place.
They would. I didn't say that. Why one of them white boys that come to the camp didn't say that?
Because they know everything about us.
You don't see Vocab making a video about that. Because you know that's not what's happening.
And he know that. But I bet Vocab talking to the FBI right now, giving them all the information on our structure, how we began, because he's a scholar on us, but we don't want to be a scholar on ourselves. And to learn about ourselves is to learn your weaknesses. And our main weakness is dissension in the ranks. That's why this class is called What's Our Next Move, basically. There's dissension in our ranks. And it comes from carrying on beefs that you didn't know about. I guarantee you, that there is the new dudes that just joined ISUPK do not know why ISUPK don't affiliate with no other Israelite group. I'm going to tell you now, the new dudes that just joined IUIC have no idea why IUIC don't do unity camp with other camps. They just know they don't do it. But they don't know why. Like, why? Why? The only answer to that why would be the rhetoric of their elders. They would not be able to say from personal experience, the reason we don't gather with them brothers is because they're destructive and this is what they do. They can't say that. I got a friend at IUIC. We trade scripture and spar all the time. We are brothers. When I went to Passover in New York, I slept on his couch. That's powerful. Think about that. A brother in IUIC helped me go to my Passover for my camp.
That's how it's supposed to be.
How come me and him what camp your brother in?
IUIC.
His blood brother.
And we trade, just like you trade scriptures all the time.
But as a unit, we can't do that because you're carrying the beefs of your elders and personal matters. And you're not letting things go. And most of it has nothing to do with you. And it was some of it was before you was born. All right? The goal should be to unify Israel because the Most High told us to gather together. No, look, the new brothers in GMS will say we have the 100% truth, and that's why we can't teach with you. In the Bible, it tells you that there was a man speaking, and the apostles saw him, and all he knew was the law and the Psalms. And they had to educate him further so he could teach more perfectly. They didn't say, he don't got the 100% truth, we not dealing with him. Christ taught you that he who is not against me is for me. Christ didn't examine that person's doctrine and go, well, look, you see, now when we break down the spiritual power, we don't break it down like that, me and the 12, so you going on. No, Christ was like, leave him alone. If he's not against us, he's for us.
Is he pushing the word?
He pushing the word. Leave him alone. He teaching people to stop being wicked. Just don't bother him.
John was ordained the greatest man before he even came out the womb.
And John was not in Yahushua's camp. And you have brothers teaching for doctrine that John is going to be destroyed because he wasn't in Yahushua's camp. Madness. Madness. Christ himself said that was the greatest man born of a woman. Yahushua said that, so shouldn't you say that? Somebody don't like that. Look, I don't care if you don't like it. We giving you the bitter pill or the bitter dose. You need to hear this. You might not want to, but you need to hear this. They are confederate against you.
Everywhere.
Why can't we be confederate? Okay, you're not invited to my personal Passover. You're not invited to my house. But when I see you brothers, and it's law, it's love, shalom, and we wishing you brothers Godspeed because we know what y'all doing. Mm-hmm. And I will not teach my congregation not to associate with you. And I will not teach them an evil lesson. The book of Sirach talks about teaching evil lessons. I will not teach them an evil lesson against you. I will not use a tragedy that pretty much threw mud on all of our faces as an opportunity for me to separate from my brothers and push us. Mm-hmm. I won't do that. We're teaching dusty ass 5 points. It's dirty. We're not glory boys.
Mm-hmm. And that's the problem, Adawan. We forget, and we get in this carnal mindset of it's us. It's never been about us. It wasn't even really, Yahushua didn't even make it about him.
He didn't, man.
He made it about the Most High. And that's what we forget.
And that's what we forget. And the Most High makes no division amongst us except between our tribes. That's the only way he separates us, by tribe. By righteous and wicked. And he hasn't done that yet. You have to wait till Yahushua returns before he separates the wheat from the tares. The sheep from the goats. You got to wait.
So I get out of one.
Go ahead, bro. I shouldn't even have to teach this.
I just wanted to pull a quick precept. Amos 1:9.
Read.
Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Tyrus and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom and remembered not the brotherly covenant. And so the reason I'm pulling this is because this is why the Most High is not going to turn away the punishment of Edom. So we got to be careful that we don't fall into that same punishment, into that same judgment.
That's right. That's right. You know, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on. Okay, a shooting happens and it becomes a Jewish community. That's convenient. That's convenient. That's real convenient. That's the hood, man. That's the hood, man. But the thing about Jake is his mind is so destroyed. The Jew is like an alien. The fake Jew, he's like an alien as he walks through Jersey City. Nobody bothers him. Nobody robs him. But me, when they see me, if I got my leather on and my chain on, it's 3 a.m, I look drunk, like I'm off point. Yo, do you know I'm getting robbed? And if I resist, or if I see their face, they're going to kill me. Only we do, because Hosea told you we have destroyed ourselves. The ultimate curse, Deuteronomy 28 and 54, the ultimate curse is ruling every urban area in America. Everywhere. The ultimate curse. And guess who figured out how to overcome that? The Hebrew Israelites. But it comes back in between camps. We figured it out amongst us, we brothers. Oh, you ain't got on my shirt? Curse reactively. Quick, too. You see? We here to teach you that that's the wrong way through education. Go back to Revelation 12 and 9. Let's finish the lesson, because that was a sidebar.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 9.
Come on.
And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Come on.
Which deceiveth the whole world.
And he deceives the whole world. Hebrew Israelites. He's connected to the black Hebrew Israelites, a militant group that are anti-Semitic. What? When have we ever? Yo, we go into synagogues and debate them. We don't put our hands on them. Some of them come to our camps and stay for a long time.
That's all they want to do.
To see what we're teaching and if they could get around it.
They walk by like they ain't mean to walk by.
And come back again. And come back again. Sometimes they want to challenge us, and then when they see we know the scriptures, they get petty. Oh, but you don't speak Hebrew. But you don't. And then we go, Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah. What is this? This is not Hebrew. What's the first word in the Bible? Ba. Okay, good. What tribe is Moses? We looking at them like, come on, man. You know why? Because they're intimidated by us taking our nationality back. I'm going to give credit to the camp GOCC. Rakar made a false Jew admit that he was Polish and his family converted.
Converts, that's what they know that.
But his last name was Cohen, so he's Levi. But then he later on admits, my family converted. But conversion is the same thing. No. This is by bloodline. Heritage. Promise to a seed line. Read on.
He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
And this is where the Christian church lost their mind and started making up fictional stories. I even seen a sister say she think the craters on the moon is from when there was war in heaven. Who's teaching our people the Bible? Us. We're the only people teaching the Bible. Right. But they're trying to defame us. They're trying to demonize us like we some wild animals that pull out guns and hold up stores. All right? I'm not looking at nothing in the chat. If you want to talk, just call into the class. Now, read on.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation.
This is why I keep saying it. Listen to me, Israel. This is why I keep saying it. You might be almost out of here. Satan is doing what we're about to read now. He's deceiving the whole earth into thinking you are a violent mob while allowing true violent people to get a pass. A white woman walked into someone's house, shot him twice. She let off 2 shots, not 1, to a man who was unarmed in his boxers eating ice cream. And she gets sympathy. They have taught you that. They have taught you to feel sympathy. And all she had to do was say, oops, I made a mistake. I didn't know what was going on. But you are instantly being demonized because somebody in New Jersey shot a bunch of people and killed some cops. You got to wear that badge. Why don't all white people have to wear the badge of the Klan? Why don't all white people have to wear the badge of the crooked cops who murder our children wholesale? Why don't all white people have to wear that? Matter of fact, why are they getting sympathy tears and being forgiven? Because Esau deceived the whole world. But the Bible just said this. Read it again.
And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation.
This is your time. I believe in it. I have faith. That's all I can have.
That's right.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't want to call the shot and say the Most High is coming back then. I'm just saying, we in the last days, the Bible is telling me now has come salvation. And what are you seeing? A huge deception by Esau. That's touching you. Some of y'all got scared, man. A lot. Where's Torah nights this week? We were bold last week.
He's going to be on here. There might have been him.
Do you want to be an Israelite this week? It's not good to be an Israelite this week. You're getting at your jobs. They're going to begin to look at you funny when you wear your fringes, because our people are stupid. It's going to be our people first. You want to be black Hebrew Israelite? Saying black Hebrew Israelite is like saying airplane, flying machine, aircraft. It's the same thing. The Israelites are black, so-called black, and they are Hebrews. It's nonsense. Come on, stop it.
Automobile, car, vehicle.
Automobile, car, vehicle. That's a good one.
That's stupid.
Automobile, car, vehicle. That's what it's like when you say black. And who taught you black Hebrew Israelites? Because we never called ourselves that. Who taught you that? Esau, who studies us, who knows everything about us, but doesn't know to make a video. Hold on. Vocab, you've debated Hassad. You've talked to Alizar multiple times. You've talked to Tahar from GMS. You go down to the brothers of GMS Dallas, you with Jesus in the Word, and talk to them multiple times. And them brothers have never even so much as breathed on you.
Even one body was there. They was like, just...
One body was avoiding you. They was just chanting on you and ran you off the block. But they was like, every time you came close, they don't want to touch you.
Like, why are you here? It's like, we don't even want to deal with y'all.
So since you know everything about us, why aren't you making live videos and informing the news? Hebrew Israelites don't do this. That's actually defamation of character. That's not their MO. Since I'm a scholar on them, your credibility is on the line, vocab. But I've been telling you brothers for years to stop talking to him. I've been telling you brothers for years, don't trust that devil. Stop talking to him. Because he's a snake, man. He's a snake, man. He's a snake, man.
I don't know.
He hates you. He hates that you know more than him. He hates that he cannot confound you and you confound him. He hates that you make him have to go back and study. Do you know that? He despises you for making him feel small. Because Esau is what? Read on.
And strength, and the kingdom of our God.
But the kingdom of the Most High is within us. And we have a chance to unify Israel. This event can bring us all together, or it could divide us further. I don't need the credit. Matter of fact, watch this. I would like a brother in one of the more powerful camps that have the most recognition. Take what I'm saying and you say it. Don't give me no credit and act like I never said it. And you know what? When you throw the event and you got everybody in front of the cameras for CNN, I just ask, can I come and stand with y'all? Listen, can I do that? See, because it ain't got to be about me. Read on.
And the power of his Christ.
And then how is Christ God when Christ belongs to God?
Right.
It's his Christ.
Nah, brother, you don't understand. That's the spirit and the flesh. That was the dumbest thing
that's him talking as a man.
Y'all gonna see that video. These Christians don't know what's going on, man. And they sat and they get mad and they behave violently and maliciously and start to behave irrationally, which is unsafe.
Yeah.
And immature, which is unsafe. Because an emotional man will climb up in a building in Vegas and shoot down on your country music concert, rain bullets like hell on your people. I got a video on my computer right now that'll make you all weep. The only reason I won't show this video is because YouTube will take the channel down. It's footage of that dude, the shooter in Vegas, of people on the ground while he's still shooting. It's of a man running around and checking to see if the bodies are still alive. He's slapping people's faces, and you're looking at Edomite's dead, lifeless eyes. I got that video. And that was not Jake. That was not a black Hebrew Israelite. It was a typical white man.
They had to make sure they said that was a black person that did that shit. It had to be the first thing they said.
Thank you, Louis Graham. The water, brother.
The water.
Y'all are hypocrites. Only in America can you kill a young teenage boy and then auction the weapon off and make money.
And then sue the parents.
And then sue the parents.
What? That's $1,000.
But we the wicked ones, we the violent ones? Where's the footage of black Hebrew Israelites, right? As a camp, doing some terrorist moves. We film ourselves every time. Most Israelites want that attention. They make sure they film in camp. If this a one-man camp, that nigga is filming himself. So where's the footage, man? We live on your platforms. Don't you got the database in Google? Because it doesn't exist, because that's not our doctrine. That's not what we teach. And we know that y'all got the masks that make people look like black people. So this dude, this whole thing might be fake.
Everything about it.
So that they could just make a mass takeover of Jersey City, make all the black people feel afraid because they ignorant out there. I ain't gonna lie, they ignorant. But make demons out of them so that they can be pushed out of the area so the Jews could buy the whole area and overprice it and make themselves more millions and break off some for the government officials that help them do it. It's that simple, man. Read on.
For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night.
Satan is an accuser. Who's the physical arm of Satan in the earth? So-called white man, he's an accuser. Black Hebrew Israelites. He was with them. Damn. How you know? Don't you gotta interview people? Look, when I was a kid and I watched detective movies, after a murder, the media was asking questions. They wasn't stating things.
They weren't telling nothing. All the people that ran, they probably could have told us. But did he have on fringes?
No, I ain't see that.
I ain't see nothing.
But what about the Hebrew Israelites? Who that? They don't be out here. They be in New York. You see? You're hypocrite devils. Read on.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
And that's the only way we can overcome what Esau is trying to do. It's by the grace of Yahweh Shai that we're going to get by. Come on.
And by the word of their testimony.
And you have to stick to the script.
Right.
Which is what we pride ourselves on, our Bible acumen and our ability to call scripture and be correct. Read on.
And they loved not their lives unto the death.
And this is what I'm saying. I saw a lot of Israelites. Poof. I ain't on Facebook this week. They're not about to implement me with that. But guess what? Us brothers, man, we can't get away. We've been going to camp strong, man. Conducting us, and I will say this, we have been conducting ourselves like gentlemen, like real men that are not pushovers or jokes, but like gentlemen. We have shown ourselves to be family men, industrious, businessmen, and also very spiritual. And we've been challenged many times, and you can go down our channel, and you'll see us overcoming again and again, using only the Bible. You understand? Don't make excuses and try to hide yourself. Allow the Most High to make His choice. If the Most High say it got to be me, it got to be me. But if the Most High say, you are going to bring my nation forward, how can it be you if you've hid yourself? A lot of brothers hid themselves this week. Come on.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
This is an opportunity to rejoice. This is an opportunity for all the Hebrew Israelites in the knowledge to come together as brethren. As brethren. The Muslims figured it out. The Nation of Islam figured it out. They can get 500,000-600,000 people down in D.C. all together. And it'd be brothers with them that's not even Muslim, but they just brothers that's down with it to add to their numbers. And ain't nobody giving a sermon. If you're not with the Nation of Islam, you are not affiliated. Nah, ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing it.
That's for real.
Read on, man.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea.
But be careful. Come on.
For the devil is come down unto you.
And here it is.
Having
Southern Poverty Law Center calling people terrorists. You calling brothers terrorists, hate groups, yo. How we a hate group, yo? A hate group, to me, if you ask me what is a hate group, we do things to people because we hate them. What do we do to anybody, yo? Yo,
other than rebuke them with the Bible.
Newsflash. White people. Y'all don't count. We don't wake up, I hate white people. Yo, we don't think about you, yo. We'll have a whole camp, and if we don't see you, We don't care because we wasn't thinking about you. We love each other. I told I told somebody the other day, yo, I went a whole day I ain't seen no white people. They was like, sound like a good day to me, man.
Great day.
So, like, you're not the center of our universe, bro.
They want to be though.
Because they're proud. You make us the center of your universe by blaming us instantly because the shooting happened. Stop sweating us. Get off our nuts. Real talk. Excuse my language, but get off our balls, man. Y'all are a bunch of clowns. We don't care about you. You come to the camp spot, we don't have to talk to you. Yo, we not like, oh, a white guy's here. Let's deal with him. We talking. Matter of fact, we be telling them, hold on. We're not finished. Just wait. Well, I'll leave. I don't got a lot of time. We're like, no. Bye, nigga. We don't care. And we call them niggas. They the real niggas. You know? Unscrupulous individuals. All right? You know, we profile them. Here come a white boy. Watch him. He might have a knife or a gun. They're crazy. They're crazy. Watch them. They shoot up schools. He got a trench coat on. He look like the type. He fits the description. We do you how you do us. Except we don't put our hands on you. We don't detain you, antagonize you, and then when you respond as a man, murder you like your police do to us. We don't play with you like that. We just rather not talk to you. Leave us alone. Because we're happy together.
Right.
We love being Israel. We don't care about you, man.
That's right.
But y'all don't understand that, and y'all do understand that, but you hate that. Read on.
Having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, because your time to rule is over. The sun is killing you. You don't know what to do to heal the environment. It's runaway greenhouse effect. All the other nations is actually tired of you because you've been greatly despised among the heathen. So the other nations is really getting tired of you. The popular opinion is going down. Your president is getting impeached. He was a fascist, grab a woman by the vagina, racist, won't let people live in his building, devil, that now you guys are defending, saying if they impeach him, you're going to get your guns. Yeah. So, but we're the terrorists, we're scary? No, y'all have been scary. Let me show you what y'all do. Can we go back to can I show them something? I'm going to show them something. This is what y'all do, all right? This is your history. Since you want to say, oh, somebody ain't like that. They know I'm about to get on them. Since you want to say that Hebrew Israelites are violent, we just going to use logic real quick. We're gonna use some logic real quick, okay? Just some logic real quick. Hope you don't mind, all right? Can I go to this? These are your soldiers. Yeah, I always want some damn money. These are your soldiers, Esau. Look at them. Look at these brothers, man. Jake, confusion in face. Jake. That's Jake. Yeah. Him right there, that might be David. All right. Joab, Jake. Look at Jake, man. Do Jake want to be in your war? Look at his face, yo. Jake faces, well, guess I'm here. Look at his face. Shit. I don't know how I got out here. Right?
Front line, too.
But them brothers is decorated. Look at them. Decorated. These are your soldiers, you hypocrites, marching for you. All of this is Jake. Because, they didn't want us with the other ranks. They make us have our own battalion. Jake is in order, man. Jake is looking smooth, man. Look at him. He brings style to your thing.
They'd be terrified if it's the other way around, going against it.
Now, let's look. Since Hebrew Israelites, we dangerous, let's look what your hate groups do. Since we're a hate group, right? Let's look at what your hate groups do. Go ahead.
Hey, before you bring this up to the brothers on the call, I just want them to know that these things that you're about to read to them were perpetrated by members of the United States military.
But we are, black Hebrew Israelites, we're dangerous. We hold Bibles, and they have a confrontational style of teaching out on the street. They are dangerous. Okay, let's see. in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. This brother, insult of a white woman, refused to move. Look, this is an insult to a white woman. He refused to move off of the sidewalk. Tied to a tree with tire chains and shot as many as 50 times.
To a tire chain.
No. Now remember, Hebrew Israelites is dangerous and have a history. I think the paper said a century-long history.
Can't even get a brother's name.
Yo, mute your phones. Mute your phones. All right? Private Charles Lewis in Kentucky. Alleged robbery. Ain't in America you guilty until proven innocent? Alleged robbery. Masked men stormed the jail, smashed the locks with the sledgehammer, and hanged them. Hold on! They broke into a jail!
They broke into the jail.
Where was the police?
Wow.
The police was the masked men that stormed into the jail. Dummies. But remember, Hebrew Israelites are dangerous. Have we ever done... Okay, hold on. A black vet and a woman in Mississippi. Crime. Insult of white woman. The black woman wrote an improper note to a young white woman. She probably said, "You smell like a wet dog. Can you move?" They were lynched. There was no details, which means it was gruesome. They probably raped the black woman. Robert Truitt, Mississippi. Insult of a white woman. Alleged indecent proposal to a white woman. He was hanged. He was 18 years old. So he probably said, "Hey, you looking good. You got a boyfriend?" Make no marriages with them.
And the white woman probably didn't say nothing. The white boys probably saw it and didn't like it.
And she probably liked him. And they've been doing that. Clinton Briggs, Arkansas. Insult of a white woman. He moved too slowly out of a white woman's way.
Wow.
He was chained to a tree and shot until death. But remember, Hebrew Israelites are a hate group. That's what they're comparing us to. People that do this. And we're not supposed to love our own people and be upset that that happened to them. We're supposed to say, "It's too bad, so sad. I hope it don't happen to me." They've taught all of you to be individuals and to never have unity. L.B. Reed, Mississippi, suspected of having a relationship with a white woman. Hanged from a bridge.
It's a white woman, boy.
Robert Krosky, alleged assault, shot by a mob. Miles Pfeiffer, alleged assault, shot by a mob. Frank Livingston, alleged murder. 100 people gathered and burned them alive. Well, we know for a fact that Zimmerman murdered Trayvon Martin.
That was a fact.
Did any Hebrew Israelites gather around and burn him alive? No, he's all right. He's walking around. He's suing the parents. Hypocritical nation, and the Most High is going to destroy you. Bud Judson, alleged assault, chained to a stake, burnt alive. His skull was split with a hatchet and pieces given to onlookers as souvenirs. You devils was taking pieces of skull home? You was taking skull home? That was cool for you? Some of your grandfathers did that. Louis McCarthy, alleged assault. Mob dragged his body behind a car, killing him before burning his corpse in a bonfire. Wow. These people are cruel animals. Powell Green allegedly shot R.M. Brown, the owner of a movie theater. Rope tied around his neck, dragged for 2 miles behind the automobile, then hanged from a tree. He was dead already. Or so much road rash, he was like just nothing. Just breathing. Where the Hebrew Israelite records of us doing this?
Bring that out. Show that. There is none.
Look. Where the Hebrew Israelite children that are down with this gang? Because the Ku Klux Klan is a murderous gang. Some of your fathers. Look at that. Look at
They stand around looking. They want to be.
They want to. Look at this one.
Happy.
What did them young brothers do? Not move fast enough out the street?
Little girl.
Look at him punching the corpse. Look at the children. Look at her smiling. I wish I could make this bigger.
That's some of their grandmother.
Look at this one. Look at this one here. She knows it's wrong, but she's probably the girl that got him hung. Look at him punching the dead body. He's waiting for his turn. Look at him. I'm next. Oh, yuck. Oh, yuck. Hung him high, man. Hung him high. There's a camera crew here. Look at him laughing. I'm going to hang me a nigger one day. Like Paul. Look at Emmett Till's mother. Look at the pain on that sister's face because she got to look at how they destroyed her son. What was Emmett Till's crime? He allegedly whistled at a white woman. America, look at your history. This is your hate group that you comparing us to? Let's go to modern day. Let's go to modern day. Let's go to modern day. These are your Proud Boys. Why does he have on a baseball helmet? Because he's ready to fight to make America great again. Look at Jake. Gotta be with him.
Gotta be with him. Yeah.
Gotta be with him.
That might be a chocolate covered.
That's thing. Gotta be with him. That's terrible. Let me see if I can get the video of the impeachment. Oh yeah. These are your hate mongers. They're down with your government and your president. But you comparing us to them because there was a shooting in Jersey City. Hey Israel, I want to make sure y'all can hear this. Hopefully y'all can hear it on the call. The people watching the YouTube might not be able to hear it. I don't know for sure. We're gonna find out. This website is jacked up, man. It was right here. Let's listen to your modern day gang. I'm gonna close that one. And let the YouTube play. YouTube might work. Let's listen to your modern day gangs that you're comparing us to.
He's not going to be removed. He's not going to be removed. He's not going to be removed.
You feel confident in that?
Not by me. My 357 Magnum is comfortable with that. End of story.
They remove him
and it gotta be a Jake. It has to be a Jake with them. Hey, you know what though? I got a challenge to all you coons that support Trump. Don't wear no paraphernalia. Just go be with fellow Trump supporters. Don't wear your Make America Great Again hat. Don't wear nothing that says Trump. Just go be with your Trump supporters. And I want to see how they treat you niggas. Yeah. Say that. Come on, son. No, stop it. Stop it. Over here.
It can cause physical violence in this country that we haven't seen since the first Civil War.
Now Jake talking about he's gonna fight.
I would think that there would be a strong movement. It would be very negative.
Hold on, let me yo, on the chat, can the people on YouTube, can y'all hear? Can y'all hear on the YouTube? Let me get a comment if y'all can hear. Oh, they say yes. What's up, brother?
It's not really clear on the phone call, just to let you know.
Okay, well, we're going to talk to y'all, though. We'll tell you what was being said.
Not that I'm condoning violence. There'll be a lot of mad Americans, possibly 70, 80 million Americans
on the loose,
not very happy. What we're seeing is a divided country. You know, both sides are dug in. No one's budging. We have families torn apart. It's including my family. My daughters are liberal. I'm conservative. Now that this whole thing has been going on, We just had a problem at Thanksgiving.
The Most High is burning these devils up, man. The Most High is tearing up their feast day. They hypocritical feast. Now, what kind of unstable person is gonna if look, Thanksgiving is family, right? What kind of unstable person is gonna have a problem, a beef with family at their holy day over politics? A foolish nation is above you, Jake. You allowing these people to rule you because you won't come together with your brothers.
Very unfortunate. I wish it never would have happened. This whole mess we're in.
Did he do something wrong? It doesn't appear to me that he did.
Now, this is the kind of white woman that was probably smiling in one of them. This is the daughter of one of them white women that was smiling in them pictures. She's justifying the wicked. She said he didn't do nothing wrong. Now, me and you are scary to her. But a man who says, I grab women by the vagina, she don't care about that. Hypocrites.
But I think it's going to be very hard for people to change anyone's mind. If you're a Trump supporter, I'll speak for myself. As a Trump supporter, I believe him. And I don't believe that he's dumb enough to say something in front of all those people that would actually get him in trouble.
I don't think he's going to. I really don't think I mean, he's like the best president.
He's the best president. Based on what? You see, these people blindly support their own. It's Jake that cannot figure out how to support his own like that. We can't do it. We will not do it, man. We will not support our own the way that Esau supports his own. We hate each other. You got camps now that are Negro only, and then you got camps that are Northern Kingdom only. And both of them learned the truth from brothers who taught that all of y'all are brothers. It's not like they figured this out and, oh, we're the Hebrew Israelites. No, they learned from brothers that been teaching that we all family, man. Do you see the hypocrisy of America? Do you see the hypocrisy that we perpetuate when we behave like the heathen? Because that's heathen activity. Israelites are brethren dwelling together in unity. Revelation, verse 13.
And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
The woman is Israel. The man-child is Yahushua. Satan being cast to the earth means that his kingdoms are beginning to fall. All right? His time is becoming over with. Remember, it hasn't been that long. America has only been around for what, 400 some years as a country? About 400 years? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not an expert on American history. I'm an expert on Israelite history. The hell with American history. That's right. Why was I learning that in school anyway? It doesn't mean anything. It's all lies. I was learning about damn Molly Pitcher. She was bringing water to the civil soldiers. The hell is this woman? Was she out there fighting and dying? All right. America's 525 years old. That's microscopic of a time period. So when we say we're in the, y'all think America's been standing for a long time. This is very quick. Less than a heartbeat to the Lord, man. So his kingdom has been falling since the days of Yahushua. And you think it's a long time, but it's not that long, man. So now he has to persecute the woman, Israel as a nation. We have to be persecuted because we are the beginning of the next kingdom, man.
That's right.
If we figure out how to be brothers, they are done. I plead with my elders. And I'm going to call you my elders even though you don't recognize me. You wouldn't eat with me. My elders of the major camps, I plead with you. Set your beef aside. Stop teaching your congregation to segregate from other Israelites. Stop. Find a better way. I beg you. You have so much power. I beg you. Read on.
And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place.
And that's us surviving in this day and age. being nourished by the face of the. I think he's gonna say it. Read on.
Where she is nourished for a time.
Yeah.
And times.
Come on.
And half a time.
Come on.
From the face of the serpent.
And that means we're gonna be kind of have a hedge about us so that because prophecy has to come to pass. Mm-hmm. So we have to learn that we're the people. We have to begin to rehearse the righteous acts. We have to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. And some semblance of gathering together has to happen. But remember, he's in rulership. So there has to be a time period where we're nourished in his face. And that's now. Read on.
And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. That's
what they're doing with this incident. They're trying to carry us away with a flood of lies. Why didn't they say Muslim? Why didn't they try to connect him with terrorism, ISIS in them, which they've been doing for years, so that they can justify continuing their fight on terrorism? Why didn't they try to link him with the Zionist movement or the Palestinians?
You just said it, because they'll try to continue. If they did, then they'll continue justifying going over there and bombing them. So that's the next action. They're coming to us. That's the next action.
So as soon as the bodies hit the floor, the news is saying he's a black Hebrew Israelite. I wonder, what? How? How did you have time to research that? If it came out today, after they done been searching the man's life, they done posted his YouTube, there's been a dialogue, so an expert on the culture has spoken on it, people been interviewed, I'll say, I see what they're trying. No, they did it immediately. Black Hebrew Israelite, not ISIS, none of that. That's that flood, to carry you away in the flood. Your movement is growing at an exponential pace. Even the individualites, you're helping the Most High's movement. Just because you think, I don't deal with them camps. I ain't with them camps. So what? Because at the end of the day, you're still calling yourself an Israelite. So you with it. You're with the camp of the Most High, stupid. Give me Ephesians 4 and 14.
It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about.
And what?
Tossed to and fro.
And
carried about.
And carried about, come on.
With every wind of doctrine.
That's why it said that he will spit out water as a flood, that he might cause her to be carried away by the flood. That's your precept for Revelation 12 and 15 is Ephesians 4 and 14, right? Because it's the same language. They're carrying you away with lies. Vocab Malone, G-Man. Jesus is the word. James White the Edomite have been carefully cataloging information about you and building a narrative against you in all the churches and to the civilian population to demonize you. That's the flood coming out of the serpent's mouth, the water. They have carefully engaged you. They've tried to antagonize us to fight. What can make them fight? Let's be ignorant. Let's get the megaphones. Let's try to jump across their line. Let's call them cowards. How do we make them fight us? Let's learn what they teach. Let's go up there, and when they cut us with the scripture, let's act like we didn't hear that. But later on, we're going to go and study what the scriptures they bring out so we can have an answer later. Because we need to first learn what they teach. Hypocrisy, but they doing it carefully. Because they are a part of the serpent's army. Read on.
By the sleight of men.
No. 16. Oh, you in Ephesians? Go back to Revelation 12 and 16.
I got a precept I want for how we supposed to be in this flood. This is Sirach, chapter 21 and verse 13. The knowledge of a wise man shall abide like a flood, and his counsel is like a pure fountain of life. That's how we got to be. We already know the knowledge is the law, statutes, and commandments, and the faith in Yahweh Shah. And then that's the counsel of life. That's what we need. Here's the patience of the saints. Those that keep the commandments and have faith in Yahweh Shah. That's what we need.
That's right.
That's how we abide.
Good precept. Read.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 12 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
And the earth helped the woman.
And the what?
And the earth helped the woman.
Come on.
And the earth opened her mouth.
And
swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Read it again.
Oh, they gotta.
You gotta mute your phone. Mute your phones.
Read it again, bro.
And the earth helped the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And the earth opened her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth.
Now, our elders taught us that means the archaeology and the history, the earth, began to prove and heal us and show us who we are so that we could piece things together in the last days. Give me Psalms 85 and 11.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 85 and verse 11.
Come on.
Truth shall spring out of the earth.
See? Read again.
Truth shall spring out of the earth.
And
righteousness shall look down from heaven.
that's the truth, man. We are part of the truth coming out of the earth, man. We are a part of that truth that's coming out of the earth. Give me Isaiah 59:19. Somebody said, what precept did you pull earlier?
That was Sirach 21 and 13.
Come.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west.
Come on.
And his glory from the rising of the sun.
When will they fear the name of the Most High? When this happens. Read.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood.
Like what?
Like a flood.
The enemy shall come like a flood. Come on.
The spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him.
And lifting up a standard against him is us. Making this live. Putting our faces out there. Showing you we don't care. We got faith in the Most High. The right people are going to see this. We're not worried about Esau taking us and demonizing us. Because we got our faith in our power. This word got to go out. Somebody has to do it. Revelation 12 and 17.
Verse 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman.
The dragon was angry with the woman. That's Israel. Come on.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
And went to make war with the remnant of her seed. And we have been persecuted. We just showing you. We showing you. They've been making war with us from the beginning. But, hey, you know the white man is so sick, right? He don't want you to use his water fountain. He don't want you to use his bathroom. He don't want you to date his daughter. He don't want you to live in his community. He don't want you at his country club. He don't want you on his football field. He don't want you on his baseball field. He don't want you in his politics. He don't want you at his universities. Can I go on? He don't want you at all these places. But he be damned if you segregate and leave him. That's how sick this devil is. How dare they leave me and go make their own community? No! What? They're not worshiping white Jesus anymore? No! And what do? They bomb your Black Wall Street. They bomb Newark. They bomb Philly. They bomb Tulsa, Oklahoma. You niggas can't have nothing without us. I'll be damned. Because they jealous bastards. You ain't got time to be playing with them no more. You coons, look, what's in it for you? What's in it for you? What does it, what's in it for a coon?
They want to make it, they want to be on a hot seat.
With who? You ever see 300 and the deformed dude who couldn't lift the shield? The hunchback. He was deformed because he was a hunchback. He couldn't lift the shield, so he couldn't stand with the 300, who are Israelites anyway. He got mad and went to the enemy and pretty much betrayed the battle plan of the 300. What coons do to us, right? But he did it only for a uniform and women. He just wanted to be somebody. So, what's in it for you coons that speak against the Hebrew Israelite teaching and you join up with them and you know, can I speak on something? When the Christian apologetics come up to battle with us, they always bring a black person with them.
Every time.
And they need the black person to be credible in our community. So for them to teach their white Jesus, they need a black person with them to help us believe them. And when but one thing I always notice is when we start dealing with them and we start cutting them and we start being intellectual with the scripture, not physically cutting, the Bible is a two-edged sword. When we start going into the scriptures, the black person always allows the white person he's with to behave like an idiot and doesn't say anything, but is constantly pointing out our flaws. I noticed that. Like the white person will be getting irate, they be jumping from point to point, they just be behaving like a damn buffoon, and he'll have his hand in his pockets like he don't see that. But the moment we say, "Hey, brother, you need to get away from him," "Nah, I know them tricks. You ain't gonna do that." Well, wait a minute. You don't see what he's doing? He's with you. I noticed that, and I feel sorry for them brothers, man. And I wish that they would come out of that thing and come be with us.
That's right. And they know we be telling the truth.
They know we telling the truth.
Even their doctrine, don't they? Be trying to explain the white man's doctrine.
And
they don't even got it for
And we don't interrupt. We let them say it, and as they say it, they be like, "I know it sounds crazy, but no. Ain't no but." Revelation 17, man.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God.
That's why they mad at us, because we keep the holy days. They want us to stop doing that. When they come to argue with us, they say, "Why are you doing the holy days? You don't have to do that anymore. Why are you doing the commandments? You don't have to do that anymore." But they never go to the Jewish synagogue and say, "Why are you keeping the holy days? You don't have to do that anymore." Why? Well, they don't keep no commandments, so there's no reason to ask them that. But why are you trying to be, why do you have your Jewish customs? You don't have to do that anymore. Why they don't mess with them? Never. There's no videos of Vocab Malone outside of the synagogue dealing with them, because those are the people that teach that your white Jesus is burning in a sea of feces and semen. They teach that. Why you not refuting that? No, you come mess with us. And all we try to do is keep the commandments of God. You know why you're doing that? Because you are the dragon.
That's right.
You are the dragon.
Right.
You want to make war with us. The media is down with you. They want to make war with us. That's why a shooting happens in Jersey City. It becomes an anti-Semitic attack on a Jewish community done by black Hebrew Israelites. What? Because the Bible said it would be that way. The dragon is going to be angry with us, and any opportunity they can to demon. I'm going to tell you, brothers, because at the end, I'm going to close my lesson with the point, like Paul does. Paul always gives you the point at the end. And my point was, what do we do? How do we deal now that this heat is on? What do we do? All right? Let this brother just finish this verse all the way through. Read it one more time.
And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed.
Come on.
Which keep the commandments of God.
Come on.
And have the testimony of Hamashiach, Yahushua.
All we do is teach to keep the commandments, and we teach about Yahushua and the true nature of him. That he's not God. He's the Son of the Most High. He has an earthly father. He was just like us, which made his sacrifice valid. He was this lamb without blemish. It is through him that we have redemption back to the covenant. He did not die, so we did not keep the laws. He died for where we fall short when we can't keep the law through our error and our ignorance or through captivity. Thus, acknowledging him makes us perfect. That's what we teach. Right. That's what we teach. Okay? And y'all mad at us for that? No, y'all say the white man is the devil. I just read to you what white people do to us. The devil is adversary. Are y'all not our adversary?
No, brother, but that was a long time ago.
No, it wasn't. Amber Gavin was last month. No, it wasn't a long time ago. It was not a long time ago. Your media just 2 days ago blamed Hebrew Israelites because somebody got shot. That's what we're talking about. You're being the devil again.
A coon ain't never gonna let that one go.
No.
Probably gonna hear about it tomorrow, I think.
Y'all make Garfield gonna call in the Sinetta and say, "These brothers are making us all look bad. They're making the conscious community look bad. They are violent." Even Sinetta was like, "What are you talking about? No, they not. Them brothers believe the Most High. They're gonna crack the sky and get revenge. They don't do it. Yeah, but them brothers believe that when the Most High comes and you not with him, we gonna be killed, right? Facts. But we're not. It's your fault. We're trying to get you to be with us. We don't want nothing from you. We just want you to be with us. And if you don't be with us, yes, we believe the Most High gonna put you to death. So what? And guess what? And Sinetta was very smart. He said, Garfield, if the Most High come back, we was wrong. And we are gonna die. Sinetta said that. He said that. I said, wow, I did not expect him to say that. He said that. Garfield, if the Most High come back, brother, we are gonna die because we wrong. I was like, wow. I'm gonna give you a point there, Sinetta. You understand?
Shalom.
Shalom. All right? Give me 2nd Ezra 16 and 70. Quick on the sword.
It's the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16.
He got you. He got you. Go ahead.
Verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection.
An insurrection is like an uprising. Ezra is prophesying that in every city, every great place, there shall be an uprising. Come on.
Upon those that fear the Lord.
And they will come against us. It's prophesied to happen. All the prophets are saying the same thing. So how do you get through this thing? Now, I'm going to teach, all right? This is what I'm saying. If other brothers don't agree, that's okay. Make your own video and teach what you think we should do. Israel, this is what I'm saying, all right? Effective immediately. Be extremely careful with what you post on social media. Now is not the time to be posting those pictures of Yahushua ripping the head off of a white boy. You know, the black Jesus, which y'all imagine ripping the head off of a white boy and the chariots behind him. Now is not the time to post that image. Let's be wise as a serpent. Let's be crafty. All right? Let's be deft. D-E-F-T. Let's be wise. It's not the time to post that. Now is not the time to go and say, I hate my Edomite boss and I can't wait to put his cracker ass in chains. I hope the Most High give me a sword that I can run through his belly so his guts fall out. Now is not the time to write that on your Facebook and social media. It's not the time. Okay? To you brothers that are in camps and hold camp. A lot of brothers send us messages, right? Teach me how to run a camp. I'm like, damn, why you just don't join us? Yo, I got a camp over here. Yo, show me how to do this. Damn, brother, why don't you just join us and make a SOT? But brothers want to have their own thing. That's fine. To you brothers, now is not the time to take the bait. There will be white people that come up to your camp spot and they will be trying to antagonize you and frustrate you. And they're also going to try to lift up their hands to you. Okay? Now is not the time for you to take the bait. Don't take the bait. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. You're going to have the white man that comes up and he's going to throw water on you. You're going to have the white man that comes up and he's going to throw garbage on you. You're going to have the white man that comes up and tries to smack the Bible out your hand. Now is not the time to take that white man and turn him upside down and DDT him on his head. 13 brothers. A boot sandwich. Y'all stomp him out. Now is not the time. Now is not the time for you brothers, for a drunkard to come up to the camp and he stumbles over the line and y'all brothers yoke him up and 5 brothers punch him in the face and y'all throw him in the street and he almost get hit by a car. Now is not the time. Now is the time to be extremely wise, careful, and patient, and to observe what Satan is trying to do to you and to beat him at his own game with the power of Hamashiach Yahushua behind you. That's right. All right? Now is the time to be wise as a serpent. All right? Because when that white man comes up pretending to be drunk, that steps on your sign, that tries to antagonize you to a fight, across the street is his camera crew, hiding behind a dumpster, zoomed all the way in. And when y'all fuck him up, which I know you want to do it, and when y'all fuck him up, that footage is instantly going to be on CNN the same night. Black Hebrew Israelites rioting in violence, taking it out on white people everywhere. And that's all they need. That's all they need. That's all they need. Now's the time when you're dealing with them in the scriptures. The Most High is going to fuck you devils up. The Most High is going to kill you crackers. Now's not the time to teach that way. Now's the time to say, for example, brother, can I have Ezekiel 25:14, please? Can I have Revelation 3:9? I believe that's what I want. Now's not the time to say, we don't give a fuck about them fake Jews. Them ain't the real Jews. Most High gonna give me the strength to kill them devils. Now is not the time to speak that way. They are confederate against you, and the jig is up. They've exposed themselves. They actually exposed their intention by blaming us instantly. A brother like me, I would think of myself as when David's army and they was plotting out what the nations is doing, I would be a brother that's observant. And I would say, no, they up high on the wall. Don't go that close. They up high on the wall. If y'all brothers come this way, they got the advantage. They're going to shoot the arrows down. Let's go another way, David.
And a lot of brothers, not thinking about it like that. They want to just go at the white man right now.
And he shoot down from the wall. He has the advantage right now, and he needs you to come. He needs to draw you out. That's why somebody said at the beginning of this class that the dude came on the call trying to draw us out, and we wouldn't allow it. All right, now's not the time. Hey, David, let's flank him from the side.
Even when Absalom was trying to get David moved out of the way, consulted with some people, went hid for a little bit, and then came back and took the crown back.
David wasn't going at he wasn't going at Saul. He wasn't playing with Saul like that. Saul was mighty. You can't go at Saul head on in front like Saul. Saul killed his thousands. All right, you could have been one of them. No, David, he stayed up in the mountain, man. Took his scarf. I was on you. I could have had you. He dealt with it a wise way. Now's the time for y'all to be wise. So now, if you want to jack up the heathen this week, while the cameras are hot on you, while now it's, and Satan does that. Satan lays the bait, you take it, and then he blames you for taking it. Read that. Ezekiel 25:14.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 25 and verse 14.
What does it say?
And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people, Israel.
The Most High does say that he's going to get his vengeance on the so-called white man through the hand of the Israelites. Come on.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger.
And it's going to be bad. Come on.
And according to my fury.
Come on.
And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord God.
And that's when the Most High will get his revenge. So we're waiting for the Most High to come back with his son and his angels and give us the word. And when it's time, even you will know. All right? But right now, we're just reading the Bible, man. You can't tell me the Bible don't say that. Don't you swear on this book? Didn't your president swear on this book? That was in the book.
Every time you go to court.
Any more questions? And send them down the block. Don't take none of the bait. We're going to kill you devils. I'm gonna grab your baby by the ankle. And I'm gonna take him and I'm gonna swing him. And I'm gonna bust his... No. You don't teach that like that. You know how you teach it? Can I have Psalms 137 and 9, please? I'm calm. I'm behind my line. My signs are on the ground. I'm with my brothers. We smiling, we drinking, we eating fruit. Hey, it wasn't me. It's the Bible. Can you read it? Call it and read it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 9.
Where you at?
The book of Psalms, chapter 137 and verse 9.
Now, we know that the word psalm means song. So this is one of the songs that David sang, right? Read it.
Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
The Bible just said, happy is the one that taketh and dasheth your little ones against the stone. So the Bible said, I'll be happy if I was able to do that. Doesn't mean go do it. This is future prophecy. You know, this is about the revenge that the Israelites are going to get on the Edomites for putting them into slavery with ships. Now, whoever did that, you know who you are. All right? That's what you have coming towards you. Any more questions? That's how you deal with them. And then you know what Esau's going to do? Hey, man, fuck you, man. It's fucking racist. Finger's going to come close to your face. That's fucking racist, man. You know what you do? Well, you all right? come across this line, we're going to have to deal with you. We're going to consider you a threat, all right? Please have a nice day. Have a nice day. We're not dealing with you. And then you stop talking to him. Let him scream and yell as long as he don't touch nobody. Some of you brothers going to get too proud. What if he will, though? Well, he's a threat. We got to move him off the scene. You're not understanding where you live at. They was hanging brothers that didn't move quick enough off the sidewalk for a white woman. In court, I mean, how do you get a jury to agree to this? That's why they had to take it, mob justice into their own hands. They want you to do that because once you do it, now everything is fair game. So now you cannot take the bait. You have to be practical for a while. You have to maintain your spirit. Give me 1 Peter 2 and 21. 2 and 12 is Salakia.
The book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 12.
Quick on the sword. Read.
Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles.
Right now, your conversation needs to be honest among the Gentiles. You need to be strong in the Bible right now. You do not need to be trying to sound hard on camera so you can make a good video. No. You need to be totally self-controlled, and you need to be coming tough out of the scriptures. The Bible needs to be speaking, not you. Don't speak your own words on this Sabbath. Not finding your own words. Read again.
Having your conversation honest among the Gentiles.
You got to have your conversation honest among the Gentiles. Go ahead.
That whereas they speak against you.
Because they speak against you. Come on.
As evildoers.
Did they not just call us a hate group and blame us for the shooting in Jersey City immediately? They speak evil against us. They call us evildoers. Read on.
They may by your good works, which they shall behold.
Now they're going to see our good works. They're going to see how patient we are with the storefront. They're going to see our women and children in order. Our conversation is honest. We telling the truth about the government, about the wickedness of history, about who our people really are. And we're using the Bible as the centerpiece. We're doing it honestly. Right? Come on.
Glorify God in the day of visitation.
And all we're doing is glorifying the Most High. Come on.
Submit yourselves to every ordinance of man for the Lord's sake.
And we're going to be in order as far as the land of our captivity. We're going to be in order. All right? You brothers do not need to be smoking blunts coming to Camp High this week. You brothers do not need to be drunk coming to camp. Some of you brothers is doing this. All right? Some of you brothers got unregistered nonsense with you. Don't be stupid this week. They're setting snares for you, and I don't want you to fall into the traps. You can teach as hard body karate as you want. Just come out the Bible and maintain your spirit. Be royal on the scene. Look through your nose at the heathen. Hey, that's power. Look through your nose at the heathen as you teach. Read it again.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2 and verse 12.
Hey, Esau going to come and say, the Most High hates a proud look, though. All right? And laugh at him. Don't we do that?
Exactly.
We do that a lot. We laugh at scoffers. Like, we laugh right in their face.
They don't like that.
That be getting them mad, too. But we having a good time. I want y'all to have a good time. All right? Your conversation needs to be honest among the Gentiles. They don't need to have anything evil or wicked to say of you. And that's because y'all are going to be careful, man. Careful. You're not taking none of the bait. Man. Everybody understand? Does everybody understand? Okay, good. Okay, all right. With that, y'all have learned everything that I just wanted to bring out. It's really nothing more. I would just be dragging it on, but this call is for y'all. So if y'all have questions or y'all just want to say something, the floor is now open. Yeah. All right, in order. The first Salakia, then the second.
This is Aaron.
Shalom.
Something kind of on my mind. I don't know if y'all remember 2 weeks ago, a brother came to camp. Jay came to camp and called us cowards. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yes, I do.
Because we talk about what's going to happen to Esau.
we talk about prophecy, but we're not really doing anything about it. And that kind of bothered me. So what you said tonight, it kind of makes me feel like Big Truth will be right there up front, trying to push us to that point too, trying to get us to play in that role.
No, that's who they want to be. They would rather it be him. They would rather it be him, huh? They want it to be him.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's all I do.
That's good. Good input, brother. Good input.
Right.
Let's go to the next brother.
Just want to make an observation. I've been really just looking at the camps and looking at the teachings of all of the camps, SOT, Mount Zion, and I'm really looking for the videos that just show where you guys are teaching amongst yourselves or those night owls of your unity camps. And I gotta say, brothers, man, that's the latestness that I'm looking for. That's the thing that I need to know. I know how to be wicked. I'm good at it. I'm good at sleeping. I'm good at sinning, but I don't know how to be righteous. And when I see you guys doing that, man, we already know false flags. They're desperate. The nation is growing. Israel's waking up. Judah, you got to do it. And as a northern kingdom descendant, Judah, you people is rebellious, and you have to be because you're the nation. You guys wake up first, and I'm just saying, as a brother watching and learning, stay the course. Matthew 5:12, Luke 6:23, James 1:2. This is the persecution that's going to happen, and you guys just got to laugh it off. Like Adawan said, it's just they're watching, and they're going to see that what you're being accused of has nowhere in any of our camps because we walk in righteousness. And when I see that on these videos, man, I start crying. I feel like a little girl because it's just so moving to see the fellowship and the brotherhood just starting to rise up to their calling, which is to be king. And I just wanted to just count it all joy because that means we're close. He's coming. You can tell the world is going insane. They're not even hiding things anymore. Right. They're just out front, straight up satanic. And you guys are the light. And I exhort you to please just keep walking in righteousness and watch. The nations are going to cleave to you. The ones who served Israel in all the incarnations, they're waking up too. I'm seeing Gentiles getting into this. And I'm like, whoa, I know who your father is. Why are you waking up? And so I just encourage you, please stay the course of righteousness. Keep rejoicing when they keep messing with you because it's peeling off all the unrighteousness from you and it's coming through. I'm 7,000 miles away and I see it on the internet. Come on, man. That's crazy, dude. That's God. Thank you.
That's all right. Good comment. Thank you.
All praise.
That's all right. Go ahead.
I had one to South Prospect, Michael.
Shalom.
Shalom. I really appreciate Shalom. I just really appreciate the class. I mean, I think it always hit like right on time, man. Your spirit. Because, I mean, one thing that, that was brought out is that we got to, stay in order and we can't just react. And I think a lot of brothers, we got that Peter spirit where, we want to grab, a sword and go chopping off cat's ears. When this first went down, my brother in Washington, first thing he did, he hit my line, talking about, oh, man, y'all wilding out, y'all shooting up people.
Somebody said that to you, man?
Real talk. I don't want to hit me on my line with that foolishness. I was just like, come on, bro. And, I said, well, I was at work at the minute when he first hit me, so I couldn't even really get into it with him. But I was like, bro, you calling me with this craziness. I'm like, first off, I said, don't just call me to, get on my line trying to, talking about, oh, I told you y'all was a hate group. I'm like, man, first off, we don't even know that was one of us that even did it. And this was when the story was first, breaking out. And like I said in the comments, is that, he's still really deep off into, Christianity, and he always trying to, talk to me and, tell me about how, the side came for everybody. And so, he's still really indoctrinated, and I'm still trying to, get him out of that. But, just what you were saying tonight, we gotta, make sure that we check our spirit when we talking with people, and we don't come off like that. Whereas they're like, oh yeah, see, I knew y'all was this, and I knew y'all was that, because I think that's really was kind of what he was trying to, kind of provoke me to at the same time.
God. It's a good comment. That's a good comment, but I want everybody to remember, yo, think twice and speak once during these days now. It's petty now. It's petty now. If you get up there careless, saying something ridiculous, it's petty now. Go ahead, brother. Somebody said Salakia.
I got a precept real quick.
Salakia.
Hold on. I got a precept real quick to back up the Adawan real quick. I got Sirach 28 and 25. And weigh thy words in a balance, and make a door and a bar for thy mouth.
Yeah.
So you don't always gotta say something, man. Just be quiet, man, when they talking all this foolishness. You black Hebrew Israelites, this, that, and the third. Hey, man, they have no evidence. So what are you trying to justify anyways? They don't have nothing. But go ahead. The brother that said Salakia.
God, not a one. This is Prospect Yonatan.
Shalom, ma.
Just, Shalom. Just adding on, I was looking at the comments during the class, and one of the obstacles on there, he said he was getting scared to start wearing his fringes to work. And I just wanted to back that up with some precepts. Like, we shouldn't be scared, not necessarily scared, but we should definitely be wise and mindful. And so I'm going to pull Isaiah 57 and 1. The righteous perisheth, and no man layeth it to heart, and merciful men are taken away, none considering that the righteous is taken away from the evil to come. So when the Most High take you out, like if it's your time to go, He might be taking you away from the evil to come. So we're not moving with fear, but we're moving knowing that we're doing the right thing, and we know the Most High got us, man.
That's right.
Lucky, what was that scripture? God, that was Isaiah 57 and 1. What?
Yeah, it was a sister that said Salakia right before the brother.
Salakia.
Right there. Shalom.
Shalom, sis.
Okay, so I'm going back to the incident that happened in New Jersey. I'm not sure if anybody actually paid attention to the address that was on the building. It was 223. Now, if you turn 223 around, that's Skull and Bones, which is 322. So let's go back to the beginning of the story. An officer was shot in the grave site, which is Skull and Bones. That's what's in the grave site is Skull and Bones. Then they run down to this Jewish
Juice bar.
This, yes, and they started shooting. The address on the building says 233. Then you got Sycamore Park across the street. So this is just my opinion. I feel like it was a blood sacrifice from Skull and Bones.
Okay.
If you actually go back to the video, no, you never seen nobody's face. They Louis puts on this long jacket. You never seen nobody's face. Nobody's family came forth and said, "Hey, well, this is my family member." I don't think this is what nobody seen their family on the news. Nobody interviewed their family on the news. Who are these people? From what I'm hearing in the street, the brother picture that they posted and said that he was the shooter, that he's really locked up.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So it should be investigated. It should be investigated. I just feel like, something's not right. It came out too fast. Go back to the video and look at the address. Something's not adding up.
All right, sister. That's good input, sister.
Yeah, just check it out.
Con. All right, go ahead. The brother said Salakia.
Well, one thing I thought was odd about the situation is that I was watching some videos on YouTube. And I saw breaking news, the shooting, and I didn't really pay no attention because, this wicked king was in numbers to a lot of this stuff. I didn't pay no attention to it. Then the next day when I heard that it was Hebrew Israelites, black Hebrew Israelites. But I had never seen that on YouTube. Have anybody else seen that breaking news on YouTube? I thought that was weird.
Yeah,
Well, YouTube trying to be TV, though.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
They actually put it live too.
Yep.
Go ahead, brother.
I just want to bring out Revelations 2 and 10.
That's right.
Want me to call it out and wait for everybody to get it?
Go ahead and read it, brother.
Revelations 2 and 10. Hear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you in prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Yeah, I just want to bring it out. That's what we got to remember. And the Water King, for that lesson, because, man, every time I get fed, and I was the one that was talking about wearing fringes at the job, and now I just take, my meat tree, keep it in my pocket. I'm not doing it for, anybody to see or whatnot.
That's the point. That is the point. You're not wearing your fringes for people. I know, bro. Yo, you gotta let your light shine, bro. Okay. But why are you wearing the fringes? It's for you.
That's right.
And for you to keep the laws of the Most High. That's the whole purpose of their function. They have a function. Their function is to remind you, oh, I can't do that, man. Oh, wicked thought coming out. Got my fringes on. I can't do that. They're to keep you in line. They're not for everyone else.
That's
so
right.
You can wear them underneath your clothes. It don't matter.
Like, who's to say how you wear your fringes? As long as I got mine on.
As long as I got mine on. Definitely feel you, brother.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
What's up, Art? What's up, Art? It was Daniel San Antonio.
Shalom.
I wanted to bring out Shalom. I want to bring out chapter 10, Matthew chapter 10. Wanted to start off at 16 or 15. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogue. And you shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. And when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what you shall speak.
That's right.
For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents, and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. So I just want to bring that out, man, because, brothers are saying that they're scared, and this is something that we have to deal with. We have to deal with this, man, regardless. So just do what he said, at the end of the day, we will be all right, man. Unto death, and do it to the end, so that we might have the right to the tree of life, right?
That's right.
It's like I got a precept. I'm gonna get 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us the spirit of fear. So that's it right there, brothers and sisters, man. The Most High didn't give us no spirit of fear. So we don't have to fear nothing. Even Yahweh Shai told us in Matthew the 5th chapter, blessed are they that are persecuted for my name's sake. So we don't have to fear nothing, because if we do get persecuted for his name's sake, then we the ones that's blessed. We're going to have a seat on that day, Lord willing. And it continues. But of power and of love and of a sound mind. So we got to continue to have that sound mind, man, when we're going through these different things, man. You know, stay humble and stay wise, man. Like the brother just brought, stay wise as a serpent, but gentle as a dove. Paraphrase, you know.
Get it. Pull it.
He just pulled it.
Go ahead. Hey, look, man. Watch what you write in these YouTube video comments, man. You not thinking. Look, your YouTube account is connected to your Gmail. Google owns YouTube. If you're gonna write in somebody's comment, "I want to kill all these devils," they're gonna go right to your email, right to you. Can you not do that? Can y'all have some? That's what I'm looking at. Like, go ahead, brother. Salaki, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3. It reads, "For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh." Because when we out there on the streets, you know, this is a spiritual battle. Everything that we've going through, we've been through so far since coming to this truth, has been spiritual warfare. So we got to keep that in mind. Verse 4, "For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal." Right, we're not out there shooting at some Amalekites. That's not us. You know, we out there battling with the scripture, man. It says, "But mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of the strongholds." Because we're pulling down his kingdom. And that's the reason why he pinned that on us. Because everything that he's built through the blood, sweat, and tears of our labor is now being pulled down. And he hates that.
That's right. Yo, watch these comments, man. Somebody writing in the comments, "Oh, kissing boots is not enough. I want to take their lives." What are you doing? What are you doing, man? And you know what? That might not even be one of us. That might be Esau wrote that so that he could say, "Look at what they're saying." So I'm gonna spend a lot of time looking at the comments this week too. Y'all not. The Most High said, "Be diligent." So if the Most High don't want y'all to do nothing to us, you're not gonna do nothing. But I'm gonna put my brick in and put that energy to make sure that they don't falsely incriminate brothers. I'm not gonna allow it. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, brother.
Right. I just wanted to bring out 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, in the 75th verse.
Okay.
Talking about,
hold on.
Because we got to be diligent.
Let the people get there. Okay. We read 70. 16 is 70. He wants 75. All right, go ahead, brother. Make your point. Go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 75. "Be ye not afraid, not a doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves." So basically, all I want to touch on is that in these end times, we got to be careful and we got to be diligent, and we don't have to worry about anything. We don't have to be afraid, because the Most High is our guide. As long as we keep the faith and the commandments, we're good. The Most High God.
I agree. That's a great point, young brother. Excellent. Go ahead. I might turn the comments off. Go ahead.
I had a precept in Sirach, chapter 32, verse 8. I feel like it's a very precept to keep in mind when dealing with these devils, knowing, you know, what agenda they got toward us. The Sirach 32 is 8. The left thy speech short, comprehending much new words.
That's right.
He has one that knoweth,
and say it not
over his tongue, right? Because you don't really got to explain yourself to them, knowing what they trying to do, trying to bait you left, right, center. So I just read as one that knoweth, but yet hold his tongue. I feel like that's a great precept to always keep in mind when dealing in your day-to-day life. That's all.
Khan, excellent point, brother. Excellent point. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Yeah, Shalaki. This is Carl. I'm the one that came down from Jersey to Atlanta.
Shalom,
I met you a couple weeks ago. How y'all doing, man?
Shalom.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to kind of like give my testimony about pretty much what I went through. Number one of the reasons, like I want to back up what you said about being careful with what we're saying down on here on this platform, as well as just period, what you're putting out there on social media, because not only, like the brother said, Google owns YouTube, Facebook owns Facebook and Instagram and even WhatsApp if some people use them now. And they using these platforms to track every single thing we doing, man. Like I remember, like I'm like always reading and staying up on tech, and I never forget they was talking about the algorithm that they use on Facebook as well as on Google for like YouTube and all these different sites. And this algorithm is so good that they said even if you're not signed into a computer, like you can go get on a guest computer at a library or something, and just from the different sites you go to, the different channels you'll watch on YouTube, the different activity that you do online, the algorithm is so good, it can match who you are. It can predict who you are just from your activity, since they do nothing but collect all kinds of gigabytes and gigabytes of activity, just internet activity on year round. I say that to say I was working on a documentary, and I had this documentary done. I was going to upload it on my channel, on Sakura Rice's music channel, and I kid you not, they deleted my documentary from my computer. And before I even get into all that, this documentary I was putting together was about the different things that happened to me and my family. Before President Trump announced anything about him starting the program and putting the focus on what they call BIEs, and I advise everybody to take the time to even look into what exactly he's calling the BIE. It's a 100-something page report on this, and it's very, very eye-opening for anybody that wants to know the extent of what Esau is doing to make us not a nation. I was at this time, I'm from Jersey. At this time, I was living in Maryland. And if you know anything about Maryland and Jersey are both very conservative states. And a lot of the laws and the police are constantly about keeping their foot on a black man's neck. And,
damn right.
And one thing, I've been in this truth since 2013. And, I mean, I haven't been out in the corner because the areas I live, I was in South Jersey. And when I left there, everywhere I've been, there's been no camps around me. So I was doing what I can online, and I was going hard. I mean, I was sending any and everybody I knew online, nothing but breakdowns of stuff. I was posting stuff on my Facebook page, left and right. I'm going into Russian icons, I'm going into the ancient cartographer maps, I'm putting out all kind of biblical history, breakdowns, descriptions and scripture and everything of the people to show beyond a reasonable doubt that this is our history. And I began to notice a turn in my life. Like I had went from not ever having a problem getting a job to the point of not being able to get a job at all. I kid you not, for over a year period, I was struggling I could not get a job to save my life. And I was putting in nothing but applications, several applications every single day. Not only that, I had the craziest things happen to me all the time. I kid you not. If I go to any type of state office, if I go to anything where somebody's looking up something using my personal information in the computer, I kid you not, it was like they would look at the screen and then I become the enemy. And the couple of times that I did manage to get a job, I kid you not, I would get hired, and within a week or 2 weeks, they would get me out of there. And I would notice a drastic turn in how I was treated. Like, it was like somebody was following me around, telling people or putting something on me to inform people that I was a Hebrew Israelite, and that, you know, they should be totally against me, fire me, do whatever they can against me. I mean, everything you could think of was going wrong in my life.
Yeah, but that's a civil rights violation. They can't do that. You have the right to have religious freedom.
Yeah, we do. But see, a lot of these things that we call rights, like these civil rights, we done lost a long time ago. When you even go back to the Clinton administration, and you look at the things that Clinton passed laws that allowed them to do not only background checks on you for every job you get, but also credit checks. Now, what they've done to bring us up to date between what they did with when he was in office, what they did with the Patriot Act, what they did with Trump was in office, is now they using a series of different codes that I found out from watching videos about human resources training and the different things they do to determine whether or not they can hire you or perceive you as a threat, so on and so forth. I had to, because of what was going on with me, I got online and I started researching like crazy. And I found out they have a series of codes that they are placing on us to where when we apply for jobs, when we apply for maybe loans, when we apply for anything where they're using your social security number, they got a series of codes that they don't teach these people that work at these jobs outright exactly like, oh, this person is this and he's doing that or nothing like that. But they got codes that'll pop up that tell them whether or not you are a risk in terms of you being watched by some type of government entity or you being somebody that's being perceived as being untrustworthy, whatever the case is. Even if you look into your Apple device, Apple even started something called a device trust score. So they even doing something that's like a credit score, but it's based on your behavior for your devices that travels along with you for every Apple device you use. Everybody is finding ways to track us using these different codes. And when you put in an application for a job or something, HR is getting a series of codes. And based on different codes that come up, they have to call and speak with an officer. I forget the government department. I don't have all that information in front of me right now, but it's a government department for certain codes they have to call. And they have to ask, is this person okay for me to hire? Certain ones, when Obama was in office, the reason why, I ain't even getting into it. The point is that they doing everything they can to make life a living hell for us. It's a reason why, as a brother or a sister, with you being in this truth, you going through a lot of things that seem like everything is just like coming down on you at once. It's a reason why you running into issues with every little thing you got to do from A to Z throughout your day. Because these people are tracking you. I kid you not, part of my documentary was a script. I was recording my screen showing how these people had infiltrated my device, all my devices from my Apple computer to my Apple phone. Where whenever I would go on a job site, my phone wouldn't even work. It'd give me an error code. But if I go to like YouTube or something, it would work. And I had to record my screen so people wouldn't think I was making this stuff up and I was crazy. And the point that I'm trying to make is just that these scriptures are real. And one thing we need, especially in these last days, is to come together. Remember, it says in the scripture they trying to do everything they can to stop us from being a nation. We got to start coming together to be a nation. We got too many things separating us. The reason why I came down to Atlanta was because I've been watching you brothers for, when we started out college. It's been probably close to a year now. And I noticed a lot of brothers down there. And a lot of brothers down there are doing some big things, and they coming together. I see y'all come together with Sakari and a lot of other camps. I see other brothers from different camps that I haven't seen you associated with get together and those different conferences and things down there. I see a lot of activity going on in Atlanta that made me feel like, okay, I need to go down here, because I just kept, like, the spirit was just constantly making me feel like I need to go to Atlanta. I need to go to Atlanta. I never understood why until I just started paying attention to how much stuff y'all was doing on the ground. So I finally go down there. I hadn't been to Atlanta since 1998. And I noticed in 98, man, all I seen was brothers and sisters doing big things. It was like being in Africa, or what I would imagine to feel like being in Africa, because all I seen was black business professionals everywhere in 98. But when I came back just a couple of weeks ago, I seen none of that. And it was, in fact, I couldn't even find a black soul food spot. They was telling me to go to this spot called Mary Max. I go over there, come to find out this was a white-owned establishment, and the food wasn't good at all. You know, but they was raving about that, telling me to go there. But the point is we need to come together, man. We got so many talents, we don't work for the white man all our lives. Now that we in this truth, we can take all the skills we done developed and built and accumulated from working for these white people, and we could put them together to finally facilitate our own needs. If we will only get organized, so many nations that came from around other sides of the globe and came over here, and they done established communities that's so tight-knit, they don't even deal with nobody else and don't even speak English. Because they done came up with a community where everything they need, they can get from somebody that looks like them and talk like them. We got to do the same thing. There's too many camps that's clicky. And the reason why I wanted to come down there is because I've seen the potential there. I feel like if it's anywhere where Israelites will come together, it's Atlanta. Because there's something about the spirit down there, man. It's flowing. Brothers is finally starting to tear down the walls of separation, and they trying to get together. It's brewing down there. So that's what I came down there for. Unfortunately, the way that I only had the place I was renting for a week. So at the time when y'all was holding the Shabbat, that was the day I had to press to leave, because I had to leave that night. So it was just bad timing and set up, you know. But next time I know I got to do this better. But I mean, that's what I came down there for, because that's what we need. That's what I want to be part of. It's a lot of things that I know I can do, and it's a lot of ideas that we need to we need brothers to set up a meeting where it don't matter what camp they from. Like, we put it out there as like a big, I don't know, some type of like, we can't really even advertise anymore, because I used to do digital marketing, and they done set it up where you can't even target your own people no more. They trying to do everything they can to stop us from making bread with each other. But if we can get a message out there to all the camps that, look, we want to just have a sit down with all the Israelite camps, just a sit down. And we can do it in each area, but just in this area to be on this date, in this area to be on that date, and blah, 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 so on and so forth, where we can just come together, sit down, and try to gather together our resources of what we can do, and try to start figuring out ways we can do it. Just execution. You know, and it ain't going to never happen until we sit down at the table. It's like we need that, because there's so many families that Esau done shut down to where the families don't become broken because it's too much stress on the man or the woman. They might not be strong in their faith because they ain't got other brothers and sisters around them. And now, you get to dealing with that, struggling to make ends meet, and get to arguing and stressing, and things start falling apart. I think the Most High that the Lord gave me a true rider. My woman, I couldn't ask for a better one. I'm telling you, I done made some dumb decisions in my life, and I messed with a lot of women I shouldn't have been with. This one is right one.
Hey. Disrespect, total disrespect.
We just spent a whole lesson on not doing that.
That's crazy, man.
I apologize if I offended anybody, or if I...
Nah, man.
That's disrespect.
You all right, brother. I just don't understand why Israel... What is that for? What was that for? Come on, man. Come on.
What was that?
Don't worry about it, brother. We got that. Just go ahead and make your statement.
No, I was just trying to say that, I'm just thankful that I had a woman that went through all this with me and she's still there. You know what I mean?
All praises to the Most High, man.
Everybody trying my bad, man. I just wanted to say that.
All praises, brother.
All praises,
hey, man, and thank you for all that feedback. Thank you for building our spirit up and being positive. Thank you.
Too much background. Mute them.
We appreciate you being positive and making that comment and being interested in the class and wanting to say something. Thank you, brother. Giving us all that information, telling you good information.
And what a lot of people don't understand is this is a family we got going on here. So brothers want to come speak. A lot of people don't have an Israelites to speak to throughout the week. You go to work, you come home, your wife may be in the truth, your wife probably ain't in the truth.
Right.
And then you got to go back to work the next day and come back. So this Friday night, Saturday night, this is the opportunity to vibe with your brothers. And y'all brothers disrespecting a man when he going to,
Now he gotta be a nigga and long way. What did he say that was wicked? Hey, what's your name again, brother, that was speaking just then? What was your name again, Art?
Brother Shakar, man.
Brother Shakar, man. Much love, man. All right? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. All right, the people in the comment is thanking the brother for his information, man. Is he still on?
The water, brother. My bad. I'm just shutting up. My bad, brother.
Nah, you all right, baby. You all right.
You with family,
I love when I was down there, man. And I will be back, bro. That's all I wanted to say, man.
Much love, man. Much love and respect, man. Damn, Israel, we just did a whole lesson about this. And you see how easily we disrespect each other? Brother lost all discipline, blurting out. You cannot be that brother right now, yo. Our army gotta be tight, man. Somebody said Salakia before the sister. Then the sister, Joab would have reached back long when smack fire out, whoever said that. Before the sister, there was a brother that said Salakia.
This is Brother Mayor. I just want to say, I know the brother say he's from Jersey, or if he still lives in Jersey. I currently live in Jersey, in South Jersey, and there's not that many brothers out here, and it's truth. So, brothers, if you ever want to reach out, you can reach out to my Instagram. Mayor is real, like real as in like the truth is real, not Israel as in the place. So, you want to reach out to me, brother. It's MIRISREAL. I'm from South Jersey as well, brother.
Definitely, bro. I'm gonna hit you. I appreciate that.
Okay, now the sister. Now the sister. Go ahead, sis.
Hello.
Go ahead. Shalom to Shikari Toronto. Shalom. Go ahead, sis. I think HOI was on here too, a brother. Yeah. Shalom to them brothers. Go ahead, sister.
I was just listening to the whole conference, and I was kind of afraid to say something because I was bringing out scripture.
Okay.
And like I watch a lot of your videos from the Sunday. I don't really know what to say because I'm not in the truth.
All right, just say this. Say Yahweh. Bahashem. Yahweh Shai. Barak. Atha. The water. Thank you, sister. You just said Most High Christ bless you. Thank you.
That's right.
We wish the same to you, sister. Thank you for calling in and talking to us. All right. If possible, we want y'all to come down and keep the Feast of Dedication with us. All right. Send us an email. Tell us how many you bringing. Come on down. We're gonna find a place for you to sit. You gotta sit in the rafters. We got you. There's gonna be food for you and wine. And it's gonna be a good lesson. Come down and chill with us. Let's study the Most High and let's glorify the Most High together. Anybody else want to say something?
Salaki. Yes, Salaki.
Okay, one at a time. First brother.
All right. I just got a scripture, man. I just wanted to bring this out. This is 1 Peter 3 and 14. So a couple scriptures. My bad. All right. So this first Peter 3 and 14. And if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled.
But
sanctify our God in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. So, yeah, I just wanted to bring that out because, you know, we're going to be persecuted around this time for sure, especially with all, like, the crazy propaganda they got against us and everything. And, you know, we just got to follow these scriptures and you know, just rejoice in this persecution because that's how we know we the chosen people. So.
That's right.
But yeah, that's it. That's it.
Shalom. Y'all, the sister first, then the brother. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask about the scripture of the head covering. Right here, that's my Bible.
A scripture about what, sister?
The head covering.
Okay, what's up?
I wanted to ask, like, why women have to cover their head? Like, is it something to be ashamed of? Like their hair?
No. Let's read it for the sister. 1 Corinthians 11 and 4.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
That's why we all have the crown of our head open. We wear the mitri, which is a coronet. You can call it a coronet. You can call it a diadem because it rests on your head like a cylinder, but it's not a hat. It doesn't cover your crown. Okay, give me Job. Give me Job 28, 29, and 14.
It's the book of Job, chapter 29 and verse 14.
Read.
I put on righteousness, and it clothed me.
Come on.
My judgment was as a robe and a diadem.
My judgment was as a robe and a diadem. Because that means, that's letting you know the ancient garments they used to wear. They used to wear a robe, and they used to wear a diadem on their head. Okay? Sometimes it would be made of just fabric, and it would be braided. All right? Give me Sirach 6 and 31. Give me Sirach 27 and 8.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 31. Thou shalt put her on as a robe of honor, and shall put her about thee as a crown of joy.
See, this is a crown. And the Bible is saying the same thing that Job was saying. It's saying the same thing in Sirach. And it's using the righteousness as a metaphor, as your clothing, and judgment as your diadem, because these are things that Israelites wore. These things have never been scripturally thought of as wicked. Read on. What you got?
The book of Sirach, chapter 27 and verse 8.
What it say?
If thou followest righteousness, thou shalt obtain her, and put her on as a glorious long robe.
Yeah, man, that's you put on righteousness as your clothing. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 18, Zechariah 3 and 5.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 18. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate.
See, now righteousness is a breastplate, which is like a vest. Come on.
And true judgment instead of a helmet.
And judgment becomes his helmet. So you see here the figurative language? Read what you got.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 3 and verse 5.
Come on.
And I said, let them set a fair mitri upon his head.
Now, this is the high priest. They're putting a meat. This is also called a mitre. If you want to get technical, it's a mitre. But we say also mitri. Come on.
So they set a fair mitri upon his head. and clothe him with the garment.
See, this is a mitri. And they're putting it on the head of the priest who has to teach the Bible. So for brothers that are speaking against the mitri, the mitre, the diadem, the coronet, if it's wicked to wear this because you're teaching, why would the high priest, why would God ordain that to be his clothing? Set a mitre upon his head. Read on.
And the angel of Yahweh stood by.
And the angel is right there to co-sign that. Give me Baruch 5 and 2. Give me Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 18.
Salakia.
Yes.
Adawan, what verse was that in Zechariah?
3 and 5.
Tawada.
Baruch 5 and 2.
Yeah.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 5 and verse 2.
Hold on. Read.
Cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from God.
You got to put on a double garment of righteousness. Even the clothing the Israelite wear was symbolic. The robe was a symbol of righteousness. Come on.
And set a diadem on thine head.
And set a diadem on your head. That's what this is. A diadem would be like how a ring wraps around your finger and meets at a jewel. A diadem would be the same way. It would be a precious metal that wraps around your temple, and in the center would be a jewel. You know, Brother Yaquata's jeweled out ours. So these are diadems. Read the Wisdom of Solomon.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate.
Yeah, we see it again. Come on.
And true judgment instead of a helmet.
I think brothers read that already. Exodus 28 and 4. Last one. Then we're going to explain to the sister why the women uncover their head. Why the women, we uncover our crown, and we're going to show her why the women cover their crown. Now, I haven't been asked this in a while.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 28 and verse 4.
Come on.
And these are the garments which they shall make, a breastplate.
The garments for the priest. So he gets a breastplate. Come on.
And an ephod.
And an ephod, which is like on the shoulder. I think it was a pin, a jeweled pin that connected his breastplate over his shoulders. Because on the breastplate you had a stone setting for each tribe. Come on.
And a robe.
And he had his robe, which is righteousness. Come on.
And a broidered coat.
And a broidered coat. That means he wore an overcoat. It was a glorious garment. Come on.
A mitri.
And he had a mitre. Or mitri, like we say.
And a girdle.
And a girdle. This is the priest. So if you are not to teach with your head covered, why is the prescribed attire for the main teacher include this thing? Because this is not a head covering. My head is not covered. I need brothers to learn that. Y'all know that. If you don't want to wear it, fine, but don't teach that we're breaking God's laws by wearing these. Don't do us like that. Go back to 1 Corinthians 11 and 5.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 5.
Come on.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered,
what does she do?
Dishonoreth her head.
Now, the head covering was called the tasalaf, and it was a shawl that the men would wear when they would go into the temple to pray. It was a sign of humility. They would cover themselves in the shawl and they would pray. All right? Paul is saying, uncover your head when you pray now. Because guess what? You now belong to Yahushua. Huh? Yeah, the men. Uncover your head when you pray now. Because you belong to Yahushua. He is your covering. Paul is teaching people how to acknowledge Christ. That's the purpose of this lesson. Now, I want y'all to uncover your head because I want you to acknowledge Yahushua. These Israelites, they know about Yahushua. They knew about the law, statutes, and commandments, but they didn't know that it's irrelevant unless you have the faith of Christ. They had to be taught that. That's why Paul is an apostle to many. He went out and made sure that brothers like us even know this now because of Paul's teachings. See how Most High do that? Now we acknowledge Yahushua when we teach. We say, Bahashem Hamashiach Yahushua. Because we teach in the name of Yahushua. Because only through him can we get close to the Most High. Because we've been breaking the Most High's laws forever. We should be destroyed, worthy of destruction. But we have a chance now because of Yahushua. A lot of brothers don't understand that. They don't understand it. But yeah, it's not for you to understand it. All right? It's only for the elect. Now read for the women.
Read it again.
Yeah.
But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head.
Now, since the men have to acknowledge their head, the woman must acknowledge her head, which is the man. Right? So she must show humility. He uncovers, she covers. She demonstrates humility. All right? It is through her man that she gets to Christ, because he's in the order, the woman is under the man. For the women that are unmarried, you do it because you are the bride of Yahushua. You do it anyway. You cover your head. You cover your head, and when you pray, you ask for the Most High to send you a head. All right? So the reason the woman covers her head is for acknowledgement of who's over her, which is the man. The reason the man uncovers his head is for acknowledgement of who's over him, which is Yahushua. Everybody understand? All right, wait. Somebody said la'ah. Go ahead. What's the problem? Mm-hmm.
Could you explain to me, like, I mean, I understand, like, I'm trying to be contentious or nothing, right? But this is for clarity. Could you jump down to verse 16 and explain it?
Just read it all the way through from 6, and we'll get to it. Go ahead. Because I know he's asking. Go ahead.
For if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn.
Now, if the woman is not going to cover her head, okay, let her be shaven then. Read.
But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn.
But wait, it's a shame for her to shave her head. Come on.
Or shaven, let her be covered.
So then let her be covered. It's Paul teaching again. Paul he's verbose. He uses a lot of words. If the woman will not cover her head, she might as well be shaven. Is really all he's saying. Because it's a shame for her not to cover her head. So if she won't cover her head, she might as well cut her hair off. It's the same shame. The shame of a woman whose head is shaven is the same shame of a woman who will not cover her head when the scripture's coming out, when prayer is in play. She should feel ashamed like a woman who shaved her head. Read on.
For a man indeed ought not to cover his head.
Because a man better not cover his head. Come on.
For as much as he is the image and glory of God.
Because he's the image of the Most High. Come on.
But the woman is the glory of the man.
But the woman is made in the man's image. Man does not come from her. She comes from him. I don't care if you don't like it. This is the doctrine of the scripture. And none of you is going to explain. All you evolutionists, none of you is never going to explain what came first, the chicken or the egg. I'm waiting for the comments to light up. The evolutionists can't explain that. Because if you say the egg, how did the egg get here? If you say the chicken, you must believe in creation. You must believe that, you must believe in creation. And this is where evolutionists fall off the rails and want to change the subject. That's a simple question to ask them. Who was the first two human beings that had sex and made people? Because there had to be two human beings to create a race of humans. Monkeys is still here, and they make monkeys.
Still to this day.
Gorillas make gorillas. Chimpanzees make chimps. Orangutans make orangutans.
No matter if they walk up straight or not.
It don't matter how they walk. Sometimes they want to walk.
Yeah.
It don't freaking matter. So, for human beings to be here, they have an ancestor. How did they get here? The evolutionists will not be able to give you an answer. Well, they was fish and they crawled out the water. No, really. Fish is still fish. It's still walking fish to this day that walk. It's called the frogfish. He walks on the bottom of the ocean. He walks. He don't swim. He uses his fins as feet. But he never climbed out the water. He's at the bottom of the ocean. He don't climb out the water and look at me. Sidebar. Go back.
Verse 8, for the man is not of the woman.
The man is not of the woman.
But the woman of the man.
The woman is of the man. Come on.
Neither was the man created for the woman.
And the man was not created for the woman.
But the woman for the man.
But the woman was made for the man. Come on.
For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels.
Now, for this cause is the woman have someone over her head. Because she is not in charge. She has power over her head. Come on.
Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman.
But the man is not without the woman. Come on.
Neither the woman without the man.
Because we need each other. Come on.
In the Lord.
Come on.
For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman.
Come on.
But all things of the Most High.
Everything is of the Most High. Paul didn't even have to say all that. Listen, woman, you cover your head because you have someone over you, and you need to know that because you are not the one in the power seat. The man is in the power seat in this relationship. Now, a lot of sisters going to hang up. This is the doctrine of the Bible. This is not y'all all teaching. You as a female have to acknowledge that the man is over you. That's what verse 3 is all about. That's what verse 3 is all about. In Corinth, you got women teaching. You got women usurping authority over the man. And Paul is like, you Israelite women are not going to be like this. You have power over your head and protection for because of the angels. Read on.
Judge in yourselves. Is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered?
Now ask yourself, is it good that a woman pray uncovered? Sitting up in here doing the same thing that the men do? Is that good? Read on.
Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him?
Now, this is where brothers get confused and say that you cannot have like long hair, you can't have long braids. But it's Paul teaching. He's verbose. He uses many words, and you need to understand his point. In that day and age, male prostitutes used to wear their hair just like a woman.
Precept.
Go ahead.
It's the book of, what did I want? Romans chapter 1 and verse 27. The same type of language. And likewise also the man, leaving their natural use of the woman. That's what's going on in Korea. They're changing their natural physique.
Good point.
They're changing the nature of their body, having long hair, like Adam just said, being like a male prostitute.
Yeah, gigolo, like they looking effeminate. Mm-hmm. So Paul is saying that's a shame. You look like a woman. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you an example of that. Hold on. This is a man who looks like a woman, but he's not even trying to be.
Get it again. What?
Mute your phones.
Come on, y'all. Hey, this is a man who looks like a woman. All right? And it's a shame when you see him. Because he still tries to carry himself like a man, but it's impossible. I'm going to give you an example. I'm just going to show y'all my screen. My computer don't overheat, boy. I'm doing a lot. Look at this person here. This is a dude who wears his hair long and looks like a woman. Do you see what I'm saying? That's a shame, man. Look how you look. Like a female. Effeminate as hell. That's a dude too. These is both dudes. You see this? These is both dudes, man. All right? And look how they wear their hair, long like a woman. That's a shame. All right? Y'all said Salakia, go ahead.
Yeah, I had a question.
No. We still on one topic. We'll get to you.
Well, I need to wait because I really need to ask this question. So whenever you get a chance.
All right. What's up, sister?
Oh, I was on the same thing, but I just wanted to add a comment though.
Yeah, add your comment. As long as this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, so about the head covering thing, like you said that basically the head covering is like showing submission to the man, right?
It's just acknowledging the order that the Most High set up starting at verse 3.
Oh, okay. Because, like, the reason why I said because, like, I noticed it's kind of similar to, like, what the Muslims do. Like, I thought because...
no.
Like, they could, like, Muslims, like...
What they do is similar to what
like
we
Muslims.
do. You got to understand. Muslims do what we do. We don't do what they do. The Bible is before the Quran. They learned this from Israelites to cover their women's head. That's where they learned that. You understand, sister?
Okay. Oh, yeah, that is true. So they said the Torah is like, what, 2,000 years older than the Quran or something like that?
No. The Quran came out 740 years after Christ's death. Probably newer than that because they had to compile it. So it's a new book. The Bible is the old book in this conversation. Now, let's finish up. Verse 13, read it again.
Judging yourselves, is it comely that a woman pray unto God uncovered?
14.
Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame him?
I just showed you two men that wear their hair long like a woman. It's a damn shame. They look shame. That's shameful. Don't come around me looking like that, fam. You look like a female, yo. Come on, stop it. That's shameful. Read on.
But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering.
She has the long hair. That's her physical covering, and it glorifies her. So when she covers her head when she prays, that's her spiritual covering, which glorifies her. Read on.
But if any man seem to be contentious...
But if there's going to be someone in the crowd who says no, she don't got to cover her head. What law says the woman shall cover her head? Are we going to go looking for that? Are we going to go to the law and try to find the woman shall cover her head? We know that's not written. We understand this chapter. We know what Paul is trying to teach, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, get back on.
Ooh. What number was this?
Mm-hmm. That's the number they always give me.
For the call?
No, I don't have that number.
I don't have that number.
Yeah.
I have a totally different number.
You hear?
I have a totally different number. My number is a 605 number.
Yeah, that's my number too.
Yeah, that's the number.
Look, every time I join...
Well, you're going through the internet, so it's probably doing that. Hurry up for the people to get restless. Slack here to the live. Sometimes that call will kick you out.
This service is provided by free conference calls. Please announce yourself.
Hey, Shalom, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, nah, we can't. Right.
Okay, yeah, we had got kicked out for a second. Look, her spiritual covering is when she covers herself with a shawl to pray and to read the scriptures. The men's spiritual covering is Yahweh Shai. Yahushua is not directly the woman's covering because the man is under Yahushua. So the man uncovers his head to acknowledge his spiritual covering. The woman...
Hey, y'all mute y'all phones. Mute the phones.
The woman who already has or should have a covering of long hair, but we know the Most High, he made it harder for our sisters, certain sisters. They have to cover their heads to have their spiritual covering. Then it goes to the man who uncovers his head to have access to his spiritual covering. But the point of this exercise is to acknowledge Christ. That's why you're doing it. But if somebody want to argue and say, yo, where's the law that says thou shalt cover thine head? If any man be contentious, read it again.
But if any man seem to be contentious, we have no such custom, neither the churches of God.
Now you got to read it again because we ain't talking.
But if any man seem to be contentious, we have no such custom, neither the churches of God.
So we technically do not have a law on the books. But Paul is teaching you something. He's trying to tell you, like, listen to me. All right? I'm not going to give you no bad advice. The counsel I'm giving you is to honor Yahushua. You want to do this. That's the angle that Paul is coming from. All right? I'm looking for a certain scripture, but I can never find it. I've actually asked people for this scripture. They've given it to me, and I've forgotten it after. Willie, does that answer your question? Huh?
No, I mean, you explained how I explained to everybody else, so I was just trying to make sure I was explaining it the correct way.
Okay, cool. I'm looking for the scripture where Paul said, take this what I say as a commandment. Where is that at? Does anybody know where that's at? Sister, do you understand?
Yeah, I understand now.
Well, Paul gave counsel where he was like, I say this with permission. Give us a second. We got to hunt that down. It's bothering me.
Salakia.
Yeah.
It should be 1 Corinthians 7 and 6. Salakia.
Thank you. Thank you.
7 and 6.
No. This is the opposite. This is the opposite. This is where Paul is telling you what I'm saying. I say with permission, but not a commandment. But there's another location. This is a good scripture. But there's another location where Paul is saying, yo, take what I say as law. Because it's coming from the Most High through me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Salakia, they got it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I want that scripture. Somebody tell me where it's at.
Salakia, chapter 14, verse 37, right?
Yes. I'm always hunting this scripture. I got it marked too, but I can never remember it.
I was just talking to somebody and they said, remember that it's always before let all things be decent and in order.
That's how you remember it? All right, come. Read it.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 37. If any man think himself to be a prophet.
Now, what was we talking about? Any man praying or prophesying. So if any man think of himself to be a prophet, come on.
Or spiritual.
And we're talking about spiritual coverings. Come on.
Let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you
are
the commandment of the Lord.
So don't be contentious with Paul. Paul ain't telling you to do nothing wicked. He's definitely not telling you to break a commandment.
And it keep going.
Read on.
Verse 38. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
But Paul ain't trying to argue with you. I got a boat to catch, baby. I'll be back. All right? Got to get to the next city. All right, so that's it on that. Any other questions?
Salakia, yeah.
I said Salakia before I was talking about it.
Now, all right, let's deal with the brother that said.
Did I do it wrong?
Let's deal with the brother that said I said Salakia before. Because he was.
Because I was talking about the 10th and you told me to wait for a second.
We got you, brother. Go ahead.
The question I had is, I want to say tomorrow is like a special day, but I'm not sure. The 14th, I'm really not sure. I think I read that somewhere where the 14th is something in the 10th month.
What's up? Nah, the important day is the 19th. That's
you said the 19th?
Yeah, that's the feast of dedication.
Yeah, so I'm only a month in and I don't know too much about anything. I'm trying to figure out how to do this with my family.
All right, turn your
I'm
phone.
in California. I don't know.
Hey, turn your phone down just a little bit.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So I live in California. All I do is watch you guys, Sakari and WFI, and I figure out a lot of stuff by just watching and listening. And I'm just trying to figure out how to celebrate these holy days. I have a family, and I'm trying to keep the commandments as best as we can, you know?
All right, Khan. All right, now turn your phone down for me now. The best thing to do to learn how to celebrate a feast day, the best thing to do is to join with brothers on that feast day. Now, if you can't join with brothers, we always go live on our feast days, and we also have the call open so you can hear us go through it. That's how you learn the precepts that apply to the feast day, and you learn basically the celebration of it. So don't rush the process. Your first feast of dedication is coming soon. Call in on the 19th. We'll be giving the class live, and you can listen to the lesson. The only thing you can't do is ask questions. You understand?
Yes, sir. And I'm going to just be watching and paying attention with my family. And I appreciate everything that you guys are doing. Like, everything.
All praises to the Most High. The water, brother. All right. Someone else?
Good luck, yeah.
Go ahead.
So pretty much, somebody was telling me, like, how it's not to cook on the Sabbath, not to kindle a fire and stuff like that. They was talking about, they said pretty much back then you wasn't allowed to actually make a fire because of the process that it took. And I'm kind of confused on that.
Okay,
that's like kind of like too deep for my understanding.
All right, our elders from Mount Zion 144 have gone into the Hebrew with us, and I have to acknowledge. And what they're telling you is, when you read that account where it says, "Thou shalt bake what thou shalt bake today, and seed what thou shalt seed," it was speaking in reference to the manna that the Most High sent down from heaven. Can't get around that. You're not going to see it in reference to cooking in general. That was on the account where the Most High sent manna down, and he told the people, y'all need to gather it and get it all together before the sun goes down, or it'll gather worms. It was given a warning. I have to acknowledge that. Customarily, One West Israelites teach, prepare your food before the Sabbath and don't cook when the Sabbath comes in.
So quick question.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Quick question. All right, so you telling me I can cook something today, but I can't heat it up tomorrow, or can I heat it up like the next day?
No, let me finish. You gotta let me.
That's not what that means.
Hold on, stay in order. Everybody stay in order.
Let the brother
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Everybody stay in order.
Hey, somebody asking for the phone number in the chat. Can y'all post the class number and the passcode in the chat, please? Baba Kashab. Now, I just told you, I have to acknowledge that where it says bake what we shall bake and seed what you shall seed before the Sabbath was in reference to somebody got their phone on maximum volume. Just mute your phone, please. Please. I don't like muting you because I want to talk to you, but if your phone constantly feeding back, I have to mute you. All right? I'll unmute you shortly. What I was saying. Bake what you shall bake and seed what you shall seed before the Sabbath comes in was a law, was written when they had received manna from heaven. You have never seen a precedent before that or a biblical account, which the Bible will do, of anybody saying, oh, I can't cook because the Sabbath is coming in. You know, it's not really written like that. However, I am acknowledging that the children of One West, we are all taught that the Sabbath comes in, you should have cooked before the Sabbath came in. We definitely all agree that you can't work on the Sabbath if it can be avoided. You're not supposed to be doing nothing. You're supposed to be resting and delighting in the Most High. We all agree on that. But now, after the elders forced me to look at that scripture, I had to think about it. And I acknowledge what they're saying. That had nothing to do with anything but the manna. That's what it was written for. Most High gave them strict laws on that manna for what it is. And I see that. I definitely admit it. I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say I don't see that. Now, with that said, if you have a family with small children and they require warm food, are you going to make them a hot breakfast because it's the Sabbath? Certain brothers say yes.
Hold on, sister. You gotta stay in order, sister. You interrupting.
Yo, when I teach, I don't say, here's my doctrine. Whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not. I have the whole conversation. I let both sides. I prove to you that I've heard both sides because I could repeat both sides. Ain't that what I do? Can I finish? Now, I've heard this. Yo, if the children need a hot meal at breakfast, they children, yo. I just won't eat a hot meal, but I'm going to heat up food for my kids. You got a problem with that? Then I've heard my children are going to be mighty just like me. I don't have a hot meal. They don't have a hot meal. They're going to get some cereal and some fruit. They're going to be all right till sundown. I see both sides of that. Right?
Hold on.
I see both sides of that. Okay? As far as me and my house, I understand that I work all day and I leave at can't see in the morning and I come home at can't see at night. I don't have the luxury of being able to choose when I can eat. I eat when I can. So am I not going to buy myself food because the Sabbath came in? You're not really in the spirit of the law. The Israelites didn't work at all on the Sabbath. They had their own situation. Me leaving at can't see in the morning and coming home at can't see at night, I'm at a disadvantage. I haven't had all day to prepare what I will prepare. I haven't had all day to go buy what I will buy. I had to go do my obligation so that I can afford my life. Now, am I going to judge a brother who says, yo, I'm starving. I got to go to camp tomorrow. I got no food in my refrigerator, man. I just got off work. Can I go buy a damn sandwich? It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's daylight saving time. It's pitch black outside. I just got off work. I can't go buy a sandwich, y'all were all. I'm not going to forbid it. I'm going to apply Solomon's wisdom when he said, be not righteous over much. Why should thou destroy thyself? I'm going to apply Yahushai's wisdom when they picked corn on the Sabbath and ate the corn after traveling. When the Bible tells you don't travel a long distance on the Sabbath and don't do that, right? Harvest before, right? But if Christ can do it for practicality's sake, I can do it for practicality's sake. What I will not condone is taking advantage. Then you start bending the laws. You start bending the law for your own comfort, I can't justify that. That's why each situation has to be judged for the situation it is. You understand? The new moon is a Sabbath, but it's a feast day. We cooking on the Sabbath, right? Feast of Dedication is a Sabbath, but it's a feast day. We cooking. We not gonna eat on the Feast of Dedication? We're gonna eat.
Salakia.
Why he keep saying Salakia?
Wait.
I don't know why.
Hold on, y'all gotta stay in order though. Y'all need to stay in order, man. Like the brother that's saying Salaki, hold on, he gonna address you when you're done. And everybody else, stop being childish.
I'm explaining my position on the wisdom that I have acquired by getting myself to the foot of the elders and listening to them. You know who taught me I could cook on a feast day? Priest Sabak. I didn't know that. Priest Sabak said, Yahweh, the new moon is a feast day. You gotta eat. So of course the women gotta prepare the food. They can't cook. When they gonna make it? I said, I understand. I never asked no more questions. You know? Ecclesiastes 7 and 16. The hardest scripture to break down in the whole Bible.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes.
Ooh, got you
chapter
again.
7 and verse 16.
He wasn't there, actually.
He was still turning pages. You disqualified. Read it.
No.
Read it. You disqualified. You were still turning pages. You called it, but you were still turning pages. Read.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 16.
Read.
Be not righteous over much.
Be not righteous over much. Come on.
Neither make thyself over wise.
And now you're over wise. Now cooking is work. When there's no biblical account of cooking being called work. It's not like the Most High leave examples of laws being applied. Where's the biblical example of somebody saying, yo, that you can't cook, that's work? Right. When the law is broken, he leaves an example. Gathering sticks was work. That was work. He got put to death. Not preparing yourself something to eat, man, when you have the opportunity, especially in this captivity. Now, I would be taking advantage of the law if I had been home all day and I was picking my feet, smoking a blunt. Now I see the sun going down. I want to go and prepare my food and do my errands and go shopping. Oh, I didn't get groceries. No, that's my fault. That was me being negligent and lazy. But when somebody has to go to work from can't see in the morning till can't see at night, am I going to deny them bread on a technicality? No. That would be being righteous over much. What is the consequence of being righteous over much?
Why shouldest thou destroy thyself?
You'll be destroying yourself. You'll be destroying yourself. And for what? The kingdom of heaven is not food and drink. Paul taught you that. Paul said, don't judge a man in Sabbaths. Don't do that. These are a shadow of things to come. Take that and do with that what you will. I told you what I do, and if I'm wrong, may the Most High have mercy on me, because I'm not doing it in pride. I'm doing it through research. The elders came back and showed me, brother, this is talking about when they had the manna. They had to prepare the manna at a certain time period. If they left the manna out too long, it would gather worms. This was with the judgment that the Most High had said. When he said, cook what you will cook, bake what you will bake, he's talking about the manna, the preparation of the manna. You will not see this anywhere else in Scripture. And I had to acknowledge that. They showed it to me with a Bible. I'm just muting people that won't mute themselves, and they got the feedback. All right? But I'm also telling you, don't take advantage of the law. If you can prepare in advance And when the sun goes down, you can bring in the Sabbath and everything is already prepared. Do this. If your children can deal with cold food on the morning, some of you brothers is married to women in the world. That woman will damn divorce you if you try to tell her she can't make no hot food for the babies in the morning. Because she don't understand. So I'm going to tell that brother, the hell with that woman, lose your whole family, but please the Most High. It's very easy for me to say, man. It's very easy for me to pass that judgment. Or I could say, look, man, may the Most High have mercy. All right? You do it. You be the living sacrifice. And let your children eat hot food, because that's what your woman is dealing with. You know? I'm trying to mute everybody right now, and I can't get them. Everybody's talking. All right? That law is touchy, man. And it's really hard to say that I didn't see it with my own eyes. The brother showed me, yo, read that again. And I read it, and it was talking about the manna. He said, now find another scripture where the Most High said, bake what you will. Now find another scripture where you see the Most High saying, bake what you will bake, seed what you will seed. Because you cannot cook when the Sabbath come in. Can you find me that scripture? And I went looking for it. I used my concordance and I was Googling because I knew it had to be there. It wasn't there. And I acknowledge that. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to just cook on the Sabbath wholesale because it's a sport and it's a game to me. No. But if I need to eat, I'm going to buy some food. Hey, there are times I went to camp and it's freezing brick outside. And the elder went in the corner store and bought a hot coffee. And he came out. I said, why you got that coffee? This is me. I didn't embarrass him. Why you got that coffee? I don't want you bought the coffee. You know the day's the Sabbath. And he said, y'all were all, ain't I teaching Israel in 30 degrees? My throat is sore. The Most High said, it is good. It's okay to do well on the Sabbath. I'm doing well. I'm teaching the people. I can't have a hot cup of coffee to soothe my throat so I can continue to teach y'all all. I didn't ask no more. I didn't ask no more questions. I didn't say nothing else. That's how you gotta be when you apply this law. You have to be practical, man. All right? That's why Paul gave you comfort. Judge no man in Sabbath days, new moons. These are a shadow of things to come. So you can't judge me in the Sabbath on whether I'm cooking or eating. The main thing about the Sabbath is thou art to do no servile work. That's in the law. But guess what? I worked today. I was at work and it was dark outside. So now, to please the same people that don't want me to cook on the Sabbath, I also had to quit my job, brother, because they make me work as the Sabbath is coming in. So guess what? Turn the internet off, close the computer, take the picture off the wall because we're going to lose all this. Because I can't pay for all this because I got to quit my job because it makes me work as the Sabbath comes in. That's easy for you to say and hard for me to live through. That's why the Most High said this. Go to Matthew 23.
Somebody just put in the comments Exodus 35:3 saying don't kindle a fire. So in that case, make sure on the Sabbath day tomorrow, when it's cold, don't have your heater on.
No, because your pilot light is a flame. You better go blow that out.
Don't drive nowhere.
Because when you turn on a car, that's a combustion engine. Don't drive nowhere.
Don't have no electrics on.
Electricity is plasma fire. Don't turn on the lights. Are we good? Exodus 35:3 fulfilled then, right? Very practical. Very practical. Good job. Read.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23 and verse 1.
Read verse 4.
Verse 4. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne.
You putting heavy burdens on the people that are heavy for them to carry. I got to quit my job. You can't feed the babies. You teaching the word. You can't have no hot coffee. You can't buy coffee. You got to stand in the 32 degrees and suffer. Don't turn the lights on in the house. Don't drive nowhere. Don't get on the bus to go nowhere. Quit your job because we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, y'all. Because that's when Christ told us, man was not made for the Sabbath. Sabbath was made for the man. What did he mean with that teaching? Read.
And laid them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with Salakia. And they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
Now read the whole thing smooth.
For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne.
They make heavy burdens that are hard to be carried.
And lay them on men's shoulders.
And they lay them on the shoulders of people.
But they themselves will not move them with one of their fingers.
And they themselves will not help you with that. So look, when I quit my job, right, the brother that wrote Exodus 35:3, is he going to send me a check?
Nah.
I'm going to lose my house.
Don't care.
Okay, well look, I'm not going to drive tomorrow. How am I going to get to camp? How are we going to get there? Is he going to come? Is he going to come with a horse and carriage and bring us to the camp spot so we can teach the people?
And bring us back?
Because I can't kindle no flame. So is he going to do that?
Nah,
You going to wait for him?
He ain't gonna do it.
Oh, okay. See, that's why we don't move like that, Israel. Let every man be convinced in his own mind. Blessed is the man whose conscience has not condemned him. My conscience does not make me feel wicked when I drive to camp. Nope. I'm looking forward to serving the Most High. My conscience does not make me feel wicked when I'm at work and it's dark outside and the Sabbath is coming in. I don't feel wicked. I thank the Most High for having something to put my work to bring me a way to provide a life for myself. I'm actually grateful in that moment. This is the way I want y'all to look at life, through a practical lens. Am I going to tell you not to be that zealous for the Lord? Hey, you want to be that zealous for the Lord. Am I going to tell you not to do it? People do that because they don't want to do it, so they tell you not to do it. Nope, you can do that. The Bible says the Bible says a man is more. If this brother says Salakia one more time, I'm not going to talk to him. The Bible says a man is more excellent than his neighbor. So be more excellent. I commend you, man. I commend you. But as far as the practicality of the kindling of a fire and the cooking on the Sabbath law, you got to look at it through the right lens, man. And I look at it through Yahushua's lens. That's what I'm saying. Exodus 16.
We already went over that.
We went over that. All right. Now, to my man saying Salakia, what's up, brother? What's up?
I was saying, I understand that what you're saying is actually correct. Because the thing is, when I still cook on the Sabbath and stuff like that, I feel like if I overcook, it will be breaking the Sabbath. Because I'm overdoing it. You only supposed to cook enough for yourself or how much you actually need. Don't overdo it unless it's a feast day. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay, brother. Thank you for that input. Excellent. This brother said, I'm late. What do you think about the New Jersey shooting? We got videos on this. You need to go back in the channel. Just rewind the video. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, sister.
Okay, so my understanding for gathering extra matter for 2 days, this is my understanding. I could be wrong.
Go to the scripture.
It's the word.
16, right?
That is the angel's food. That's the angel's food that's coming down from heaven.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at you on TV talking, but I'm on the phone, so I'm like, I'm phone off. So I'm trying to like, how can I say it?
It's okay, sister. It's okay.
The manna. Okay, so the manna food. I feel like everybody think they're okay. So everybody actually think they're talking about you're cooking real food. I don't feel like it means you're cooking food on the Sabbath. Manna means the word. Gather the extra word. So when it does all break out, you have that double portion. You have that double portion already. So when stuff breaks out, you cool. You already got that double portion. Nothing's going to happen to you. You already know the word. We're taking everything literally as far as manna. Manna is the angel food, not literally food that you eat literally. Like, it's not food that you eat literally.
Well, sister, you know...
I'm sorry. I see how you're looking at me. Look, I got you on my feet. But I'm on the phone.
Look, sister. The scriptures can, and I like everybody happy. I like Israel happy, man. I'm glad she can laugh. That sister's cool.
I'm very happy.
Hey.
And one thing I'm gonna say this. I heard you say about the covering. That's another thing I want to bring out about the covering. Every woman is not covered because I'm not covered. You're covered with your husband. I hear you saying cover your head. From my understanding, your covering is your husband. Your husband's supposed to cover you. I'm not covered because I'm not married. I am trying to get the education. I'm following you guys. Okay, so I don't hear you on my phone, but I'm looking at you on my TV. And
no, the TV's gonna be delayed, sister. The phone is gonna be live. Talk to.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. So go ahead.
Okay, so now as far as the manna being a double portion of the scriptures, hey, if you want to do that, the scriptures be twofold. That's a spiritual understanding. You're being spiritual. But give me Exodus 16 and 31.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 16.
I thank you for being so patient with me and not just gunning in on me that's not what it is. I really appreciate that. I seriously, because I don't have a husband. I don't have a covering. But I am trying to learn the word.
Don't cry, sister.
I'm trying to get it right.
Don't cry, sister. Don't cry.
I'm trying to get it right.
Don't cry, sister. Don't cry.
I'm trying to get it right.
Hey, don't cry. Rejoice with us. Don't cry. All right? Don't cry. The Most High will send you a husband. He'll do that. The Most High will send you a husband. He will do that for you. There's brothers in Israel that's longing for a wife. The Bible says a man without no wife goes up and down mourning all day long. You know how many brothers is sad they don't have a wife? You know how I mean? You know how hard it is to find an Israelite woman? Hey, brothers is in a bind because we don't have an Israelite woman, right? So we think about we're going to get us a woman out.
I'm in a city where I can't even go to congregate with anybody. I merely have to go online and merely who I follow online is you. I follow a couple other people. They keep telling me you have to go and get in a congregation. I don't know nobody in my city.
It's all right. It's all right. What's your name, sister?
Gina Israel.
Sister Gina? Sister Gina?
Yes.
Why don't you come to the Feast of Dedication? Come hang with us.
I'm not in Atlanta.
Okay. Well, in the future, maybe the Most High make it possible for you to come. But I want you to listen to me good, all right? It's brothers that will travel to where you at to have a wife. But right now...
Still I can.
Hold on, brother. Jake got to get in there. Hold on now.
I was gonna say,
hold on, brother. Hold on, brother.
Hold on.
We're not doing that.
Hold on. No, he all right.
He all right.
Israel, we told him we want to talk to him, right? We said that. No, don't blurt out. Say Salakia and wait. Now, sister, is Israelite men hungry for an Israelite wife? Because what happened when you don't have an Israelite wife? You go and you get you a woman in the world, and she say it's Christmas. It's Valentine's Day. December 26th is actually my birthday, so you got to give me something for Christmas and my birthday. And now it's New Year's.
I ain't trying to hear none of that Israelite ish.
And then the brother got to weigh his options because he'd be like, damn, she fine, but oh my God, I wish I could just get me an Israelite woman.
That's right.
So you are in high demand, Sister Gina. You in high demand. Don't you be sad, but you got to be patient. And you got to come correct.
I am. I'm definitely patient.
You're not being patient now. Hold on. You gotta be patient. Patience is the hardest personality trait to cultivate. You've seen it. You've seen it tonight on the call. People can't even be patient with me teaching. I'm teaching. They can't wait. Hurry up, nigga. The brother up there talking to us. The brother talking to us. This is the first chance to speak to us. He feel good. He's saying what he want to say. We listening. Man, this nigga long-winded. Somebody actually said that. Because we don't have no patience. Let patience work its perfect work. That's what the scriptures say. So that you may be complete, wanting nothing. So you just got to wait on the Lord. You got to wait on the Most High. I bet right now, if you put your email in the chat, 50 brothers be done inbox you before you can even hit send. The angels are bringing the email before you can even send it. Because brothers want a wife. So I don't want you to feel sad, sister. I want you to feel confident that the Most High going to take care of you. Khan?
Khan.
All right. Ba Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Okay? Now, reverse. Let's go back to what we're talking about. Let's show the sister. It could be talking about gather a double. There's nothing wrong with that. Get a double portion of the word. There's nothing wrong with that. But the manna was really food. Read verse 31.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16, and verse 31. And the house of Israel called the name thereof manna, and it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like wafers made with honey.
So that's like a treat. That's like it's like eating a Cheerio, a honey nut Cheerio. It's like a similar flavor, okay? It was light, okay? Like a little oat grain. All right, think of it like that. If you could use your imagination, we wasn't there. We could only speculate. But so it was really food, though. It had flavor and everything. You understand, Sister Gina?
I understand.
All praises. We love you, Sister Gina. All right.
I love you too. Thank you.
That's good to hear. We be needing to hear that. All right, couple more, and then we're gonna shut it down. Nobody? Okay, go ahead.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to apologize, brother. I kind of gave some false information like a few months ago. Esau kind of tricked me. I was on the internet, and, I'd be at work on YouTube or whatnot. Esau had me listening to Second Baruch on YouTube, and there's not a Second Baruch. So I was telling the brothers, one brother commented, and I was like, yeah, every 3 generations the blood go out. And he was like, what scripture is that? And, I was kind of confounded. So I just wanted to apologize. Esau got Second Baruch out here going an hour and 30 minutes on YouTube. He acting like a prophet. He got the book of Enoch on YouTube. So I just wanted the brothers to know, kind of watch out for that YouTube. Esau got all kind of tricks. He got Facebook on there and everything.
That's a manly deed. Brother called in and said I gave wrong information. A lot of brothers just disappear because they can't admit. That's right. That's right, brother. Good job.
All praises.
All praises. Anybody else? All right. If there's no one else, okay, go ahead.
I just want to. Is the sister Gina still on the phone? She not on there. I just wanted to encourage her, as far as what she's going through, crying and trying to understand the word and trying to understand this truth. But I just wanted to say, be encouraged. I know women may get desperate and may really want a husband, but, right now I feel like we're in a time of day where that's not as important. We're in the days of Noah. Everybody's wanting to be married and get married and drinking and eating. But right now, we should really just be focused on the word and focus on trying to build our spirits and trying to love ourselves. And really just, understand that our covering as single women is Hamashiach. It's a scripture. I'm not sure if it's still in Corinthians, but where the covering of a woman is Hamashiach. So just seek after the word, study try to fellowship with your online family as much as possible. I do have a women's conference call every Tuesday where we uplift each other, where we go over scriptures, where we try to just love one another like this. So if Gina's still on here, I want to get that information.
Sister Gina, are you on? I don't know.
She's not on.
I heard some people drop off, so she might have dropped off. But that's very generous of you, sister. That's the brotherly love, sisterly love we're talking about right there. That's what's up.
So can I get the information? Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me get the phone number ready.
Hey, brothers, please. In the comments, don't do this. Don't do this. Stay in order. Don't make something like what we doing, which is powerful, childish. All right, brothers? Just stay in control. Go ahead, sisters.
The phone number is 425-436-6200. And it's every Tuesday at 7:30. And the access code is 698375.
And what y'all be talking about on there?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that for me?
I said, what y'all talk about on there?
Hold on 1 second so I get it. It's 425-436-6200. And the access code is 698375. And what we be talking about on there is just basically how to be virtuous women. How to be those uplifting women full of wisdom and understanding. And just, we go through things, not only as women, but as Israelites, So we just talking about what's going on in the news, what's going on with our people. We just trying to show love to one another and have just a platform where women can just call in, because there's so many of us scattered and lonely. So that's pretty much, it's wherever the Ruach leads us.
Okay, all right. Don't be getting into no doctrines all right now.
What kind of doctrines?
I'm just saying, don't do it. Y'all come consult with us, because if we send women to you, I'm not sending them to you blind. I want to send them to you knowing that they're going to be safeguarded in the spirit. Hey, if we was other camps, they wouldn't even allow that.
No,
they're not having that.
Right.
But we're not covetous of the people's time like that. But at the same time, we will say that. Don't get into no doctrines. Y'all keep it as to what you just advertised on this call. Keep it as to what you just advertised.
And that's exactly what it is. We're not discussing no silly doctrines or trying to usurp no authority over a man or trying to rally up in feminism. That's not what Israelite women should be about anyway. We're just really trying to live in the spirit and truth as, women in the scriptures and just learning. That's it.
Con. All praises to the Most High. Anybody else?
Like you, brother.
Go ahead.
First of all, I want to say thank you for the work y'all do. I've watched y'all quite a bit, and I wanted to see if I could just give a couple words about this Jersey shooter situation. I've been noticing over the last few days a lot of brothers just really losing heart. I've heard brothers say, "I'm scared. Should I cut this in, cut my fringes in?" And it reminds me of David, King David, our forefather King David. He never said I was scared. Right? He said, "Yea, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil." So it's kind of bothering me to hear brothers, our Israelite brothers, get shook like that over something that, it hasn't even got hard yet. It's about to get worse. So I just, it just really was disheartening to hear a lot of brothers get scared over the situation. I just wanted to make sure that I said that real quick. Maybe somebody that needs to hear that.
Yeah, because the Most High didn't give us a spirit of fear, man. All right,
Exactly.
Micah told you, pursuant to Micah 3:8, he gave us a spirit of power. So the power that you have, use it. Don't hide under a rock now, because that's really another side effect that Esau wants. Esau said, "Look, if we put them in the media with this bad light, they're going to scatter. They ain't got no heart. You know the black man is a coward. That's what they think about us, no?
I got a precept. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. So we got to be strong in the Most High. Put all our trust in him and in his power and his might, man. Can't nothing shake this tree, man. We standing strong for the Most High. We standing strong for the Most High. No matter what devices Esau come out with, we're going to stay strong in the Most High and with all power in him.
Hey, put that number in the chat. Sister Gina said she was on a 3-way and she had to get off. Because sometimes you can't call directly into the class, depending on your phone carrier. Put that number in the chat for Sister Gina. For the women's call. Go ahead.
It's posted.
Okay, Tawada. Thank you, sister.
Salaki.
Go ahead, bro.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
I just want to comment on what the brother just said. We have to be mindful also that brothers' strength have to be built up in the truth. You know, everybody don't come in with that spirit on them. The Most High have to send us through things to get the spirit up in us, to take away that spirit of fear. And I'm standing just like that because Peter denied that I was shot 3 different times, 3 different occasions. But we know the spirit that the brother had on him. You know, I think the Most High just used Peter to show us that we can't look down on brothers, you know, if that spirit come over them. We just got to encourage them, you know, to hold fast in the truth. And pray that the Most High put that spirit on them to, you know, be able to withstand it. And that's what I feel about that. And I wanted to bring out a scripture. This is for us as a nation, right? This is 1 John chapter 4, verse 20. It says, if a man say, I love God, and hate of his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he hath not seen? Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that we, like that he who loves God, loves his brother also. So for all the brothers and sisters out there that, you know, teaching that that one camp have preeminence over another camp, or they don't deal with this camp, so forth and so on. Where if you teach the Bible, you teaching brothers and sisters according to the scriptures, you're supposed to show that same love to your brother and sister that you claim to have for Yahweh while Yahweh shot.
That's right.
Then you had that love for Yahweh while Yahweh shot. You not showing that love to your brother. Well, the Most High just called you a life. So I think we got to, like the other ones been saying all night, we got to kill that spirit.
That's right. Give me somebody put a good scripture in the chat. Give me Mark 8. You read that, Mark 8 and 38, and then you read what you got with Ecclesiasticus 28 and 3. Read it.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 28 and verse 3.
Come on.
One man beareth hatred against another.
One man beareth hatred against another. Come on.
And doth he speak pardon? And doth he seek pardon from the Lord?
Read on.
He showeth no mercy to a man which is like himself.
He shows no mercy to a man like himself. Come on.
And doth he ask forgiveness of his own sins?
But he asks forgiveness for his own sins. Read.
If he that is but flesh nourishes hatred,
come on,
who will entreat for his who will entreat for pardon of his sins?
Nobody. So that's the same thing the brother was reading in 1 John, man. You say you love God, but you haven't never seen God, but you hate your brother? You're a hypocrite, man. All right? You can't nourish that hatred. We nourishing hatred. We carrying on the beefs of our elders. Let that alone, man. They old now. We new brothers. Do you have a vision, Israel? Do you see us becoming anything more than just niggas and spicks in America? Do you have a vision? Read what you got.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 38.
Come on.
Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and my words in this adulterous and sinful generation.
And you be ashamed if you stop going to camp or you out there, you strategically got your face covered now. Now you teaching like this. And pointing at him what you saying. And you only doing camp for 2 hours and you gotta go because you scared somebody will see you. That's being ashamed of your house shot. You being ashamed of it. You don't even, look, I'm going to go into something, but it'll take us to 1:30 for me to finish. How the Most High will hide you. And only the eyes that need to see you will see you. I could go into that right now. Can you do that? What's going on? Hold on. We're definitely not going into it with somebody crunching paper. All right. You want to hear it? Oh, gosh. I haven't read this in a while. Go to Jeremiah 36. For all you brothers that's scared to go to camp, you don't have no faith. Give me Luke 4 and 30. Give me John 8 and 59. Read Luke first. Stop hanging up. We have to pray. Read Luke first.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 30.
Come on.
But he passing through the midst of them.
No, you got to read up above that. Show them
28.
Show them the account. I need some water.
We start at 28.
All right.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 28.
We're talking about how the Most High will hide you, man, and protect you. You don't got to be scared to go to camp. Slide over. You don't got to be scared to go to camp. You ducking and avoiding, man. Don't maneuver like that. Be as bold as you was before this news came out. God. Be the same Israelite. Come on, man.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 4 and verse 28. And all they in the synagogue, when they heard these things, were filled with wrath, and rose up and thrust him out of the city.
Who they talking about?
Yahweh Shad.
They threw him out of the city. They heard what he was teaching in the synagogue and they got mad. And they threw him out of the city. Come on.
And led him unto the brow of the hill whereon the city was built, that they might cast him down headlong.
If you're going to throw somebody down headlong, that means you want them to land on their neck and die. This is what they was going to do to Yahweh Shah for what he was teaching in the synagogue. They was mad. All right?
But he passing through the midst of them went his way.
Okay. Some people skip over this scripture. Read it again. Read up above that. Show them what he was saying in the synagogue that got them mad.
I'm gonna start at 20. I'm gonna start at 23.
Watch this, Israel. Listen good.
Start at 21.
Listen good.
And he began to say unto them, this day is the scripture fulfilled in your ears. And all bare him witness and wondered at his gracious words, which proceeded out of his mouth. And they said, is this not Joseph's son?
Now they made mockery. Ain't that Joseph's son, the carpenter? And you talking like he's some mighty prophet. Ain't that Joseph's son? Read on.
And he said unto them, ye will surely say unto me this proverb, physician, heal thyself. Whatsoever we have heard done in Capernaum, do also here in thy country. And he said, verily I say unto you, no prophet is accepted in his own country.
See, they made mockery of him, and he said a true thing. A prophet is not accepted in his own country. And another scripture to tell you a prophet is accepted everywhere except in his own country. Read on.
But I tell you of a truth, many widows were in Israel in the day of Elijah, when the heaven was shut up 3 years and 6 months, when the great famine was throughout all the land.
Come on.
But unto none of them was Elijah sent, save Sarepta, a city of Zidon, unto a woman that was a widow.
Come on.
And many lepers were in Israel in the time of Elisha the prophet, and none of them was clean, save Naaman the Syrian.
Come on.
And all they in the synagogue, when they heard these things, were filled with wrath, and rose up and thrust him out of the city.
See, Christ was breaking down the history. He was talking about Naaman. Naaman got hit with leprosy, remember?
Mm-hmm.
He was breaking down the history. And they didn't like the way he was talking because they felt he was just a nigger from their hood trying to teach. Ain't this Joseph's son talking to us like that? So they had not only did they kick him out of the synagogue, a mob gathered that wanted to throw him off a cliff so he could break his neck. But the Bible says Christ passed right through them. How do you pass through a mob that's threw you out of the synagogue and they're trying to throw you off a cliff? How did you pass right through them and they didn't see you? Spiritual power. The angels. Something beyond your strength to understand. Read what you got.
This is the book of John, chapter 8. We start at verse 53.
Bring it out.
Art thou greater than our father Abraham,
Uh-oh.
dead?
Uh-oh. That's a trick question. That's a bait question. Are you greater than Abraham? What he said?
And the prophets are dead, whom makest thou thyself? Yahushua answered, if I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your God. Yet ye have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say, I know him not, I shall be a liar, like unto you. But I know him and keep his sayings. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day.
Watch this.
And he saw it and was glad. Then said the Jews unto him, thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Yahushua said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am.
Now they want to kill him for saying that.
What? What did this brother just say?
Read on.
Then took they up stones to cast at him. But Yahushua hid himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them.
How could he hide himself when he's the topic of the conversation? The main spotlight is on him. In the temple where there's one exit that everybody got to go through. There's probably other exits, but it's a main exit. He got to hit that exit. And he hid himself but passed through the midst of them. How is that possible? You're dealing with spiritual power and the angels. Give me John 10:39. You give me Isaiah 65:13.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 39.
I know y'all not paying attention because y'all scared to go to camp, so you already not paying attention. This is for the brothers who's got that weak spirit on them, scared somebody's going to see them, somebody going to notice them. They don't want to take the mic now. They just want to hold post all camp and face this way. Y'all going down to CNN Center? I can't go this week. Because they don't want nobody to see them. We showing you that Christ ain't give a damn about that. Everybody's seen him. But when it was time for him to go his way, he passed right through the midst of them. When they wanted to kill him and gathered against him, he passed right through the midst of them. You never noticed that. Read what you got.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 39.
Yeah.
Therefore they sought again to take him, but he escaped out of their hand.
How? Come on.
And went away again beyond Jordan into the place where John at first baptized.
Every time they want to take Yahushua, he escaped out of their hand and passed right through the midst of them. What you got?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65 and verse 13.
It's Psalm 17 to 8.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat.
Oh, no, we're not reading that yet. Get Psalm 17:8. That's the end. You get Psalm 27:5.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 17 and verse 8.
Come on.
Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings.
Hide me. David asked for the Most High to hide him. That's a prayer that you can pray. You brothers don't got to be afraid to go to camp. Just say, Most High, hide me from the eyes of those who would do me harm. Hide me from the eyes of those who would persecute me. But let me teach strong and let me stay in your spirit. Read what you got.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 27 and verse 5.
Yeah.
For in the time of trouble, he shall hide me in his pavilion.
He shall do what?
Hide me in his pavilion.
Hey, sometimes we teach under a pavilion out there at Woodruff Park. When it rains, we go under the pavilion. And the Bible says, hide me in thy pavilion. What you got?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, and verse 1. Hear my voice, Salaki, hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
You can ask the Most High to hide you. You don't have to be afraid and hide yourself. Go to camp, do this work, put on for the Most High, man. We in that time. Come on.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 31 and verse 20.
What I say?
Thou shalt hide them in the secret of thy presence from the pride of man.
See that?
Thou shalt keep them secretly in a pavilion from the strife of tongues.
He's gonna, and that's key for people who, ain't that, we work with him. We telling HR, the Most High will hide you from their tongue, man. Because why would he punish you for doing his work? Y'all not faithful. Y'all don't got no faith. Give me Jeremiah 36:26. These some hard names. Better read them right.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 36, and verse 26. But the king commanded Jeremiah, the son of Hamelech, and Sariah, the son of Azarel, and Shelemiah, the son of Abdel, to take Baruch, the scribe, and Jeremiah, the prophet. But the Lord hid them.
This is in the Old Testament. The Most High be hiding his prophets, man. Only the right eyes will see you in that day. So don't be over there scared to go to camp acting like you don't want to be an Israelite no more. The Most High going to hide you from the tongue of strife, man. The Most High going to hide you in his secret pavilion. The Most High going to hide you from your enemies that seek your life. You can be able to pass right through the midst of them. Come on.
It's the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 21.
Yeah.
Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh.
See that? That's the lesson, an abbreviated version of how the Most High will hide you, man, and protect you when you're doing his work. So with that, we're about to break it down. All right, Israel, we're going to pray. If you're not on the call, you can't hear the prayer because we're not going to do it over YouTube. So call into the class. Mute your phone. When you call in, mute your phone. Don't call in saying nothing. We're about to pray. All right, Israel, this was a good class. We love fellowshipping with y'all. Shema Mashiach Yahushai, and also Esau. We know what you're trying to do. You can't get away, brother. Brother?
It's over with.
It's over for you.
That's right.